Hello, everyone. My filter actually, didn't like that it was trying to make a ghost sound, so it was like, nope. Hello, everyone. Oh, camera. What? Why? Oh, I'm big. I already knew that, but you know, I'm taller than I'm used to. I totally like you people know that I'm not the most prepared person out there, but Jesus Christ, today I'm like wow, Jesus. Like, not properly prepared at all. It also... Oh, fuck's sake. Also didn't turn on the lights properly. The lights. I speak in words, you know. Fuck's sake. Hi, Lady Krelian. How are you doing? I am not doing too great, I gotta admit. But I thought it was a good idea to stream. So, here I am. For lights. Indeed. Yeah, so not been doing too great today, but I decided it would be a good idea to stream to change some thoughts. So yeah. Why aren't you doing great? I have, or I in this case had a great grandmother-in-law whom I was fairly close to. We didn't really see each other often, but she fell a couple of weeks ago actually, and broke her hand thingy, which was not too bad. But considering her age, she was about 102 and 103 years old. Wasn't great, but so far it was okay. But she had more pain than usually the last couple of days in her back, and she wasn't really able to stand on her own anymore, which was why she got like transferred to a institution for old people that need lots of caring. And they couldn't find out why she has so much pain, so much back pain. And then they had to do multiple scans of her back. And how is that thing called again? 1 second.
So this is a day in the life of the
Oh,
traveler.
thank you.
I'm learning more about you all the time.
In her spine, the lowest unit, let's say, was apparently partially broken, which was why she had a lot of pain and had to be transferred to this institution. And this night she unfortunately passed away, and I haven't really been able to see her for, I would say, the better part of 4 years, which I'm very sad about. Couldn't really see her since Roni's happened. So yeah, that's not a nice development. I think that's fair to say. I'm sorry to hear it. Yeah, no need to feel bad. It unfortunately happened, and but yeah, like as my mother said as well, like when she fell, she felt like that her ending was unfortunately coming, was getting closer for sure. But we were kind of expecting it. So yeah. At least we got Yao Yao now. That's a good thing. Old people are very fragile. I'm living with my grandma right now, and I'm worried about her 24/7. Yeah, like especially when they are old, like my grandmother was, with over 100 years old. Then yeah, I don't know what else to say other than you start to get worried real fast. Oh shit! I'm not even showing the game right now. But yeah, that's why I thought it would be a good idea to stream, to change some thoughts and actually kind of maybe get some benefits out of it, because I do have to stream a bit more for the event that's going on. I think I have to stream at least 6 hours during 2 weeks to participate in the event properly and get some more Primo gems, which is obviously a sweet deal, which I would have done anyways because I haven't done the can I find the words? The current event, the Lantern Ride. I haven't completed it then, so I'm gonna continue this one, and then hopefully get things progressing, I guess. Feels kind of weird that like the game volume is so low. I don't really need that one.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
I think this is fine, like so. I hope you'll feel better soon. I guess I will. Especially like in a week or two, I think I should be more than fine. For now, let's do this. I also just realized that once again I haven't changed the settings on YouTube, so it's actually on high latency. Or no, I'm just not live over here. Okay, oh, it's on low latency. Okay, that's good.
Greetings, Traveler and Paimon. What time is it?
Good morning. She didn't even flinch about the time. Lol.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Let's discuss the matter at hand.
Kind of
Since
finished
last time, I've
the
been thinking a lot about the story
how's it called
Paimon
again?
told me. In essence, someone rescued a drowning man and performed.
So I will finish the editing
If that
of the
were all there is to
Alhazen
it could have been many
pulling
people,
stream from my
human
own,
or
and
Adeptus.
I've been like really surprised how it turned out and how
wonderful.
freaking lucky I
And the
was.
drowning man
But then I
felt
realized I will
like
have to
everyone
edit
else,
something
even
different
his own
very
intended
soon
wife,
as well.
and only came
Being
to his senses
girlfriends.
after being brought to shore.
Experience
Perhaps
spending
there was
my
an
money.
active power at work in that music that he, as a mortal,
Kind of looking
could
forward
not
to seeing
perceive.
that one again.
Or perhaps he sensed
Yeah,
a power surrounding
people
him,
like
but
you.
lacked the words to
No,
describe
just
it,
let me just tell
not
you.
knowing
I'm
where it
gonna,
came from. Either way,
you know, like
if this part of the story is true,
time out.
then the rescuer
You?
has to have been an Adeptus.
You really think so?
I really hate it when
This
people
story's all the
post
way
things
from
like that.
Fontaine. Isn't this a
It's
bit
clearly
of a
spam.
long shot? Also, Paimon's really curious about how people from Fontaine think this fairy lady looked.
Maybe they imagined her having wings. Maybe they have her horns.
Then
Gave
she
her
looked
horns.
just like Ganyu. Guess that does technically make sense. Actually,
Guess so.
Ganyu, if you had to save a drowning person, how would you go about it?
Can she even swim?
Huh?
I don't know.
Me?
Yes, you?
Well, I'd get them to the shore, and then I'd probably hide behind a tree and watch them for a while.
LOL! By the way, Lady Carillion, how have you been doing? I've just seen that you haven't been able to join the last couple of times. By saying, finally not a midnight stream, I would assume that the timing was rather bad from my end. So I'm curious, how are you? And are you like currently more towards the eastern end of your country? Are you not? Or are you? I'm curious.
Once I was sure that they were going to be okay, I'd slip away without a sound.
So cute. I agree.
Got it. So basically, Ganyu's the type of person who doesn't like taking credit for her good deeds.
That is true.
No,
I would
it's
think
not
that's
like
quite
that.
accurate.
I'm just not very good at explaining things. And I also find
Is
it
she
really
not?
awkward accepting other people's gratitude.
That I can agree with, though.
What if this Adeptus in the story had a similar attitude? That would explain why she just left without saying a word. She
I
was
don't know
probably
what story they're
thinking
actually
something
talking about, but whatever.
One was merely passing by and saw fit to address this egregious disruption to one's graceful zithering at once. You may keep your thanks to yourself.
That was actually a very good impression of Cloud Retainer, Paimon. As far as I'm aware, Cloud Retainer isn't the most musically gifted. Still, we can't completely rule her out just yet. If we set off now, we could head to Mount Outsung and ask her about it.
Outsung? Oh, okay, that mountain there. I go to sleep early. I live in the European part. From before I am from St. Petersburg. So right now it's 6 p.m. but the last few times it was past 10 p.m. when you stream. Oh, okay. 6 p.m. so you are 2 hours ahead of me actually. Okay, interesting. I honestly would at some point like to visit St. Petersburg because I think it's actually a pretty city. Well, once the current situation and the fallout from that has cleared up, that would be something I would like to visit at some time, if it's still, well, if I ever can, that is.
I've been in Lea Harbor for so long now that I'm just not as familiar with
Yes,
the
yeah.
Adepti anymore.
And I've been alright,
Anything
thanks. That's
you
good
want
to
to know
hear.
about them, she's the best person to ask.
Sounds great! And we're pretty close with Cloud Retainer by now, so we probably don't even need to bring her food this time, right?
I've prepared a gift for her to mark the festival, just in case. However,
You still have some reservations?
Cloud Retainer spends most of her days studying mechanisms in her abode. She's on her own so much of the time that the moment she has someone to chat with, she just... Never mind.
Okay, I can see what's happening
Mr.
here.
Dvorak, and now that I've made the contract, I can't be having second thoughts.
I will gladly be your guide when the time comes. Oh, that would be amazing. Like, going to Russia without having a guide to, one, help with the language, and second, well, help one not get scammed is probably a big help, let's say. I think that's fair to say, right?
Paimon, let's set off for Cloud Retainer's abode.
Seems like this is a tough decision for Ganyu, but she's made up her mind now.
Let's
Kinda
go.
gets why she'd be so anxious. Okay, how about this? If Cloud Retainer tries to start telling stories about her again this year, we should pipe up and change the topic. Wait, did she leave already? Hey, Ganyu, wait up!
Wow, she has been determined. Wow. Oh, trust me, I'm professional when it comes to detecting scammers. That's excellent. And a very good skill to have in life, that's for sure. Because there's plenty of scams going around in the world, aren't they? There. But I'm really happy that now is also the weekend, because I would, like yesterday, my girlfriend and I were watching some anime, and we were both so tired that we both fell asleep. And I am a very, very, very bad sleeper, so when I hear basically any sounds during the night, I usually wake up. So it was really weird that I've, one, fell asleep in the first place, two, didn't wake up, and actually falling asleep while doing something. That really rarely happens. I must have been so tired. And to be fair, I was really tired. The last week has been really tough.
I'm trying to keep up. Don't either of you need to take any breaks?
Nope. You're flying as well. What the hell?
I can't believe it. Cloud Retainer is not...
Huh? Did we miss her?
She doesn't like to travel, so in the past, it's always been the other Adepti who come to visit her during the festivals.
Could you have run into trouble? Could she be busy with something else right now? Maybe. Hey Senpai, how you doing? You finally get some good rest. Yeah, I really got some good rest, even though what happened during the night wasn't that good. But yeah, I rested quite well,
Now that I think
fortunately.
about it, Cloud Retainer would be quite capable of taking care of anything on her own. There's no need to worry about her. Since she's not here,
Fair.
I guess the next step is to check all the other Adepti abodes, one by one.
Alright, let's do that.
Uh-oh. Will it involve a lot more traveling?
We just use teleports, buddy.
Got it! Paimon has a great idea!
Oh,
Please
God.
go on, Paimon.
Our goal here is to find the Adeptus that helped Dvorak's ancestor, right? We can't hear any music right now, but if she's really as nice as the story suggests, she'd definitely come to help anyone who was drowning, right?
Yes,
Oh.
I think that's fair to say.
So you want to drown someone?
Let's get the traveler to pretend to fall into the water, and the Adeptus will come to the rescue.
I love this. The face she does. Let me change the size. From what? Can I not? I can't? Come on. Aww. I can't. Oh, this is the wait. Oh, I can't really readjust it properly. Huh. That is unfortunate. Well, I would like to show you something interesting after some time. Sure, we can do that once this cutscene is over.
Perfectly well that Paimon can't swim. Paimon would sink like a rock.
I guess I can. I just think it's a bad idea. Well, why don't you just... Like, actually the third round would help, wouldn't it?
Paimon! The water's pretty deep over there. Quick, swim to the very center.
So I have to die. I haven't really died in a long time. So I actually have to go to the fishies.
Help! Help! Someone's drowning!
Hey Mia, how you doing?
Only there was a kind-hearted Adeptus here to save us. Oh no! Whatever will a Paimon do?
No worries. You're not really late. These streams tend to go long and
What is
most
going
people
on?
just join for a time. Oh. Xiao
How do
and
you feel right now?
Shenhe. Not who we expected.
Shenhe, and the Conqueror of Demons.
Good, and you? It depends on the perspective. It has definitely been better. I like this scene, to be honest. Nice.
Fine. Paimon will explain. We're looking for
I
an
like
Adeptus
the face that
living
Lumine
alongside
did
and
just there.
playing music.
Like, so disappointed.
But if the Adepti aren't gonna stay home, then how are we supposed to find them?
It wasn't me.
Yeah, so this Adeptus is most likely a woman.
Did
And
she
I am not an Adeptus,
just try
as
to
you both
go
already
over here
know,
closer?
Traveler and Paimon.
Okay, so this is Paimon's fault. No way Paimon would have suggested this idea if she'd known how awkward this was gonna be.
Sorry for troubling you both.
Glad you're okay.
And you're leaving already.
As far as I know, the one you seek is no Yaksha.
That is
One
true.
last thing. Your actions here caused others a great deal of worry. Do
Oh, yeah?
not repeat them again in the future.
Oh. So we're
As
pissed off
ever,
Xiao.
The Conqueror of Demons comes and goes, just like the wind.
This makes
Right.
sense. We think Paimon is
I
cruel.
didn't
Yep.
dare to say a word
definitely
just
is.
now. How's your
It
training
shows
going,
that there
Shenhe?
is a character willing to
Have you
help
made
the
any plans for
traveler in the
Lantern
time
Night?
when he's in danger.
We
That
could
is true.
spend it together in Liyue
Absolutely
Harbor
true.
if you'd like.
That would be sweet.
I had planned to spend the festival with Master this year. However... Oh.
What?
Speaking of Cloud Retainer, when did you see her last? Earlier this morning.
It
She
was
set off
Paimon's
from Mount
idea, I'm
Hulao
pretty
at
sure.
dawn.
Yep, it was.
I noticed she was using an Adeptus art of some kind to protect a mechanism that looked like a boiler. Maybe it was a gift for Mountain Shaper. I did not inquire.
Oh god.
So we just missed her. Please excuse me for a moment. I think I'll leave the gift in her abode. Sure. Thank you.
Okay.
It sounds like
Where's she
Ganyu and
gonna
Shenhe have gotten
get a
a lot
gift?
closer
Okay.
recently.
Yes. During the summer and winter, I continue to train with Master. In the other months of the year,
I'm learning
I
to
have
adapt
been
to-
learning
Ah,
to adapt
okay.
to human
I see, that
life
makes
in
sense.
Liyue Harbor.
Your,
Ganyu
your best
arranged
companion is
accommodations
trying
for
to
me in
kill
the
you.
city,
Yeah, that's
and also
Paimon.
recommended
Paimon in a
several
nutshell.
work positions
When
for
she
me.
also tries to kill you
But when
by
I
if
tried
you
to
get
blend
too
in
close to
by
the map,
referring
and
to
then
her as
she tries to
Miss
get
Ganyu
you to
or
walk back, and then
Lady
you fall down a
Ganyu,
cliff and
like
actually
the
die.
others.
So I would call
She says
her
I
not
mustn't
really a good
address her
friend.
like that. Sometimes I'm supposed to copy other people. Sometimes I'm not. It's a little difficult to keep track of everything.
Ganyu doesn't want you to be too courteous. Courteous? Courteous? gets embarrassed when people call her Lady Ganyu.
Oh,
Let's go with that.
is that what it is? Noted.
Noted.
So, you came looking for Master today because you wanted to ask her about the Mystery Adeptus. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, speaking of that, have you ever heard any music while out training in the mountains?
Music? What is that?
It's
So great how ignorant she is to many, many things.
a happy or relaxing sound, or a nerve-wracking sound,
That
or
face.
even a
Such a
terrifying
bright
one.
smile.
Okay, I'm done.
Actually, I'm not interested
also
in
left her a
how
note so that she
well the
knows where to
journey
find
ends
us.
as much as I'm
We
interested
won't miss
who
her
is
again.
Paimon. Okay, fair.
That's
She's a
really
kidnapper because
helpful.
if you try to run, go away, and go
We
outside
were
of the
just
map, she
talking
always
about this
stops
thing
you
called
and
music.
she
And
always
based on
talks
Paimon's
over you when
description,
you're in the conversation.
I
That is
do
true.
believe I hear it every day.
Yes, that
Please
is
follow
absolutely
me.
true.
Oh, really? Great, let's go!
Hold on a second, I just felt a surprisingly strong vibration. I just want to check if girlfriend is okay. 1 second.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. A blade is like a tea leaf. Only
As
those
it
who
turns
sample
out,
it many times can
nothing
appreciate its
happened.
true
It was
qualities.
probably from outside. Well, on the other hand, right this way is also like a very, very busy street, and there's also a shop, or multiple shops close by, so maybe somebody did something stupid, because stupid people tend to do stupid things, right? I'll be back after some minutes. Alright, see you soon. By the way, Mia, do you like to use a Twitch? Wow. Whoa, whoa. Why is it so bright? Jesus Christ. We're in the cloud. Jesus. What the fuck? It looked like a frog because I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on in front of me. Like a frog jumping around, but actually going into the sky. That was kind of weird.
This is the place. I enjoy training here to the sound of music.
The scream is real.
Paimon's gone deaf! Paimon can't hear anything!
My condolences, Paimon.
Oh, whew. Paimon hasn't gone deaf after all! Paimon heard you when you just spoke.
Excellent.
Anyway, where is this music?
The faint sound of birdsong, the quiet murmur of the streams. These are relaxing sounds. Are they not the music of which you speak?
No.
Oh, Paimon wasn't quite done with the description. Okay, fine. It's all Paimon's fault. What we're looking for are not the sounds of nature, but melodies played on special instruments.
I kind of like how she says something like that so casually. It's all Paimon's fault. Like, there has been a lot of like theories where Paimon has, well, lost her mind, not, well, lost her memories, and will die in the end. And if you take this into account, and then she says it's all Paimon's fault, you could say that she's the reason why the traveler and the sibling have, well, are not on the same path anymore, right? Anyone? Just me? Just find it maybe a good idea.
Oh. And
Or an
a
interesting one.
melody is?
Ganyu, why don't you sing that folk song you sing to the Glaze Lilies? Nope, me too. Okay, interesting. I would like to use Twitch, but I don't. But I don't. I always told you had to pay monthly to even have an account, so I probably will create one. No. It's for free, obviously. No, you haven't to pay nothing. It's just that over on the Twitch, I might get things progressively faster, or it supports the channel quicker, so to say. Hey, Black Sweet, how you doing?
Huh?
Scared gone you. Like that expression.
Hey, why don't you just sing that one melody Shen has heard before?
Hey
It'll
Lydia, how
probably
you
help
doing?
her to understand
Oh,
what we're
people are
talking
joining in
about.
now. Crazy. Welcome, guys. What's happening? I was lied to by my friends. Oh, oh, that's rough. Good friends you got there. Fingers crossed this won't affect any Whopper flowers. Oh, it will definitely. Which one is that actually? Isn't it like a Lua theme of sorts? I don't remember.
Was that from the opera that you
Oh yeah,
sang?
sure. I knew that. I knew that. Of course I did. I'm doing alright. How about you? Has definitely been better. Let's say. I remembered you. Like almost for months, I've been watching your channel live. Have you by chance watched the live stream for the Pew Pew game? How is it called? The Valorant? Was you the one? I think it might have been you, right? The fire alarm woke up, but it was false. I wanted to sleep. Oh god, that's rude. To be honest, English Lumine sang it so much better. Oh really? Was the Japanese one so much worse? Or the Chinese one?
That
Interesting.
was a melody, and melodies can be called music.
Well, not
It
quite.
felt like I was transported back to the past. In my mind's eye, I could see the Zhao lanterns lighting up the night sky again. We're all there, raising our glasses and drinking to our heart's content on the Jade Chamber. As I watched Yunjin's performance, I felt a warm sensation in my heart. And as the drink reached my stomach, it went from warm to hot.
When did she release again? Shenhe? Was it in 2.5? That was when the thing was refloated, right? I think it was. I think I have been watching for 2 months. Not so sure. Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 months. Chinese, I mean. It was all right, but it didn't feel as soft as English, maybe. Oh, okay. I've never heard a fire alarm in my own home before. At least I now know there is no way anyone could sleep through that. Wow, that's kind of reassuring if you phrase it like that. In that case, even my girlfriend would wake up. Jesus. A year ago? No, it wasn't a year. I think, yeah, it was past halfway through version 2. Because then she would have gotten a rerun in version 2 still. But she will only get one in version 3. Pretty sure about that. 2.3 or 2.5, I just don't know which one exactly it was. In 2.6 was Yelan's release. I'm fairly... Was it 2.7? No, it was 2.7. In which Yelan released. I'm fairly certain about that. It's been over a year and a half. It's been a while. No way. Nah. She hasn't been here for Lantern Ride, has she? Kinda refuse to believe that. By the way, let's get this maybe a bit cranked up to like 15% of lighting strength. And make it a bit cooler. So I actually start to look like a human again. Yeah, that's more human-like. I googled it, it's 2.4. Oh, okay. Well, the more you know. She got... Actually, Yelan got her rerun then prior to Actually, that we knew that one already. Like prior to Shenhe, which is kind of surprising, but okay. Guess she is more loved by the community, or at least more necessary for most people, I would say. I think that's fair to say. I know it was first double banner with Xiao. Oh, right! No, you're right. She just about released with the Lantern Rite from last year. You're right. I totally missed that
When
one.
you hummed that melody just now, feelings from a whole year ago came right back to me, as strong as they were on that day.
On the time when you asked to
Huh.
help how to activate
So
the world
that's
quest in
the power of
Sumeru.
music.
Oh.
Wow,
Oopsie.
that was so deep!
Oops. That might be correct. I know lots of people want Yelan. Shenhe is only for cryo lovers. Cryo and physical lovers, yes. Or if you have a hydro DPS and you want more cryo applications. So maybe for the likes of Ayato, though he's not really played that much, like only a couple of percent. So yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if he wasn't really... Yeah. Like there's only... If you use Ganyu, then she's a decent support. If you use Ayaka, she's an excellent support. Same goes with Eula, but for anybody else, it's kind of pointless. I know... Yeah, Yelan is on the next banner, but I think Shenhe should come first. She should, yes, but she doesn't. I think she will... what is it now? 3. What version are we on? Genshin current version. Are we on 3.4? We're on 3.3. I think she will come back at around 3.6. Because next patch is probably gonna be Mondstadt together with Dea. And the 4-star that we met a while ago with the last event in Mondstadt. And she could technically be on the second half of that banner, yes, but I wouldn't assume it to be so. They should have a Yelan Shenhe rerun at the same time for the Freeze team, yes. I'm also kind of curious if they're gonna have another Kokomi rerun this version still, because Kokomi is really almost a necessary unit nowadays because of the regular Hydra applications and being a support that heals properly and stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to go for another Kokomi
Music
rerun.
definitely has the power to bring up memories. It's like a time capsule with all the special moments from our lives squished inside. What about you, Ganyu? Are there
Time
any
capsule.
melodies that have left
Interesting.
a
Again,
deep
that Paimon
impression
says
on
it
you?
like so.
I don't remember if my parents ever sang any lullabies to me.
Lullabies. Huh. Interesting. Never heard that one before. Yeah, you can never die with her. Not quite never die. It just becomes almost impossible. Not quite
I know
never,
some
but
local folk songs,
almost never.
and a few
Especially
other things
mid-fight.
come to
Like,
mind
there's
too.
only so many characters that can
The songs of the
insta-kill you.
sailors down at the docks. The little ditties that the vendors call out in front of their beloved shops. The tunes of folk artists performing on the streets.
I'm doing the most recent event right now. I love it when there are buffs that are clearly made for Xiao. You sure do love it when Xiao gets some love, don't you? All the songs of Yule
Yes,
Harbor.
that's right. In the past, whenever I heard the sound of those tunes, I always felt that they were worlds apart from me.
Oh.
Nenny and Leo probably view me as a non-human. And
Oh,
they
yeah?
are right.
You sure?
In the sense that
Well,
I never
she got
could
the
connect
horns,
with humans'
so maybe
artistic
yes.
expression and their sentiments. So I haven't been able to integrate into their community and be a part of their lives. At least, that's the view I held in the past. Only more recently did I start to realize that the only barriers are ones that I have erected with my imagination. The way those melodies make me feel isn't all that different from other people after all. They're about mundane details of everyday existence. Life's ups and downs, joys and sorrows.
I kind of love how you can like see in this very shot that until like here behind this rock, there's like actually world created and like about here is a very clear cut between like just graphical overview and if you'd stand it as you would fall through these mountains. I kind of like that, that you can see it in this shot so exceptionally well. I'm doing Inazuma Quest on my for fuck's sake. Why? Why are you doing it? Why do you have multiple accounts? Why? Alright, I'm doing Inazuma Quest on my third account right now, and you think it would be boring, but it's my favorite nation, so it's cool. It's okay, I guess. I still prefer the Mondstadt lore, though the quests themselves have been... Well, you see that they have been very old by this point. They're not that deep, typically. And it's rather plain. The current plots have certainly become more dramatic, I think is fair to say.
Even though we come from different backgrounds and have different stories to tell, when it comes down to the most common things that we see and experience around us each day in the city, in that sense, we're all the same.
Gotta take a bit
You
more
go,
relaxing
Tanya. You're really making progress.
posture.
You have loads of friends in Liyue Harbor.
Can't
when you
take this
think
one
about
closer.
it. Like, okay, maybe some are more like coworkers and bosses, but at the very least, Kuching and Shenna are your friends now, right?
I have multiple accounts, but only 2 made it to Inazuma. My main and my NA alt. Because you are on a Europe account, my main is Asia and have friends that play on American server. Oh! You're doing that for me. Wow. Amazing. I remember because you weren't able to play with us. You're such a nice little fellow to actually go through all that again. I don't think I could do that again. It would take me so much time. I technically have a second account, which is actually called Minpack, but I haven't touched it in, I think, about a year. Or something like that.
Yes, I am.
Certainly prior to the release of Sumiro.
Technically speaking, we should refer to each other by the conventional forms of address used among fellow disciples. But now that I know what constitutes a friendship, I do believe we are more friends than co-disciples.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
What did we do?
Once the days are warmer, I would like to host you at my home in the city. Please invite Kuching as well.
Oh, nice.
I've planted many types of flowers. I'm sure some of them will be to your taste.
You are too kind. I couldn't possibly.
Just
Nonsense.
do it.
You are my friend.
You are my friend.
I have cultivated and cared for the flowers just as you taught me. Once you've seen them for yourself, I am sure you can advise me how to do an even better job next time. I will save some for
I'm
decoration.
curious to how,
We can
if
feast
we
on
are
the
able
rest.
to collect these flowers.
Then, thank you in advance. Wait, what is that saying again? If you insist?
Sure.
Do people say that? I'm not completely sure either.
It doesn't matter.
This is kind of
okay?
awkward.
You got the point across. No need to split hairs. Paimon's more concerned about your idea of a girls' night out. Eating flowers? Really? Does this have anything to do with you both being the disciples of that illuminated bird?
I doubt Catching will be munching on any flowers, that is certainly true.
Who dares refer to one not by one's Adeptus title, but merely as that illuminated bird?
Yeah, I like to be able to join the world of people's channels I watch, so I decided to create a Europe account. Plus I can get all the characters if I split the up over the different accounts. Oh, that is true. Like if you make dailies on every account, yeah, I technically get 180 Primal Gems per day, right? So you will eventually have every character. Well, split on multiple accounts, but that's something good, I guess. And you can play with all the people you want. That includes me, which makes me kind of happy. Actually, really happy.
Master,
Our
Disappointed.
greetings, Cloud Retainer.
Ah! There it is! The illuminated bird has landed!
Double humph. Now she has the gall to use it rather than she. Even after being chastised once already?
Fastest.
Barely a moment has passed since we last met, and yet your impertinence has reached new heights. Very well. If you refuse to learn your lesson, one shall scold you no further. One has received your message from Ganyu. On the matter of the Adeptus you seek, one suspects to know their identity.
Burned. Yep, it's still worth it though. I also split them up by team comps. Oh, that's a good idea. So you can actually, whenever you play a different account, you actually get to experience various playstyles. That's smart. That's smart. I like how Cloud Retainer just burned us.
Well, shall one lead the way?
Yes, please, Cloud Retainer.
I still have to complete my training for today, so I will bid farewell to everyone here.
Has been quite a
Very
long
well.
talk.
Await my arrival at one's abode later this night. On this special occasion, you should indulge yourself with some savory dishes.
Happy Lantern Ride, Shenhe.
If you want to release a Shao Lantern, come and find us anytime.
Shao Lantern.
Thank you,
It's actually,
everyone.
Wait,
Happy
what?
Lantern Rite to you too.
Isn't it Yaksha Lantern? It's just a Shao Lantern. Interesting. Interesting. She actually copied the melody from just hearing it once. Well done, shit. This character development right there, isn't it? Not really, but whatever. I actually got teleported this time. Interesting. Because most of the time it just doesn't work. When I click it once, I have to click it like 3 times. Until it properly works with the teleport. He is the only one left, so I guess not. Oh, Shao, you have not, you don't have Shao yet? Unlucky.
Time to go.
But I feel like he's unfortunately been kind of power creeped by
really
various other
Plains?
characters.
Cloud Retainer, why did you bring us here?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but have you
Guizhong.
ever heard of her?
Gui. How is Gui is Gui? I don't get Chinese, honestly. Or at least how it's written in English. It doesn't sound to me like how it's said, right? And I feel like the thing she said and how it's written here does not match, I think. I mean, he's the only Yaksha left. Oh, that is true. That is true. I've definitely heard it somewhere. Yes.
Guizhong is another name of Agentis, the god of dust. She was
Of
extroverted
dust?
in
Oh.
nature and adored social gatherings and inventions alike.
Okay.
Long ago, this region was yet a prosperous assembly. Guizhong often invited her friends to visit her home, reserving for us seats around the largest stone table.
Oh, is she not the girlfriend? Is that correct? Or partner of Zhongli? I think that's fair to say. Did you say Xiao is power creeped? I'm only half interested listening, so gotta make sure I've heard things right. Yes, I think the most recent characters have been, well, the numbers have been much more inflated compared to Xiao, so I would say it's not entirely wrong to say has been power crept to some degree. I wouldn't say that he's weak now, but he certainly isn't like enjoying the prime position he had, like let's say a year ago. I think that's fair to say, no?
Sea Gazer would always bring out his latest treasure and place it upon the table.
I know that you
He
love
could be
Xiao,
quite
but
the braggart.
I think that
Though usually
I
a
said it
mild-mannered
accurately.
fellow, when it came to those collectibles he was so fond of, he always loved to show them off.
he and Zhongli did have a thing. Yeah, so I wasn't correct about that. Nice.
Paimon remembers that name. So that's what Sea Gazer was like.
He was an old friend and a former rival. One has many memories of him. Once he had brought out the treasure, it would predictably become the center of attention. Neither as Adepti,
What?
we were each gifted in our own
What
ways,
happened?
and naturally
I didn't
proud
click
of
the
our
button. What the hell?
accomplishments in our respective fields of expertise. As a result, one often quarreled with Seagazer.
Xiao is definitely not the best character in the game meta-wise, but I wouldn't call him power creeped. There is no char that has a clear choice over him. Scar's playstyle is different and so far doesn't do more damage. Doesn't? Are you sure? The issue is more aka a screenshot once boom. That is kind of true. But I'm not sure if Skara is not stronger than him overall, because I think with all the infusions of the elements, I think Skara deals quite a significant amount of more damage. But that's my opinion. I could be wrong. I haven't checked the numbers. In my experience, no. Only looking at when Xiao has his burst. Okay. Well, yeah, that is true. But he has quite a significant downtime, but that's kind of the thing with all characters, especially with Skara as well. His burst and E are essential for him to deal a significant amount of damage, and that has cooldown. But I think you can play around with Xiao as well around his cooldown. I think. Yeah. I think it's hard to say. Okay. When you only have his burst, but honestly, if you time it right, if you play your team well, you can have it up basically all the time when he's on the field, so... Okay, fair. But I haven't go through the numbers. I've just realized that most newer characters tend to be, for one, easier to build to some degree. And second, have typically more inflated numbers. I think Yelan is a very good example for doing a stupendous amount of damage for what she requires to do, right? As an example. Well, she is a sub DPS and not a main DPS, but yeah, overall I think that's not wrong to say.
His treasures were not even of his own making. He just used his exploration skills to dig them out of the ground. How, pray tell, could he compare to me, when every single one of one's accomplishments were crafted by one's own hand?
Oh, okay. I feel like Skara has a stronger normal attacks and elemental skill, but I think overall Xiao is stronger. Okay. And I haven't exactly compared them in the Abyss or anything, just looking at the overall damage when playing in domains. Okay. Well, I could think that Skara is overall better in the Abyss because he doesn't kill himself, especially with the last one. With all the corrosion, I think that helped out quite a bit. And now I'm turning, like, into a... My forehead is turning into just something else. God damn it, I hate when that happens. I was so upset when I couldn't get Ganyu on my account, but I will wait till next time. Ganyu is kind of a collector's piece. I have her as well, but I honestly don't play her. She's not exactly fun. She's strong, yes, but so is Bennett, and I don't consider playing him to be fun.
Cloud Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
One digresses. Regardless, every time an argument occurred, Gui Zhang would come over to watch us during our mutual lambastics. On some occasions,
interesting.
she would join in, and on others, she'd take one of us by the limb and start uttering the most ridiculous nonsense.
Interesting. Skara being in the air doesn't really help a lot. The enemy are so big that there is almost always at least one that throws things. Skara is pretty squishy. Okay. But Xiao isn't that tanky either. Does he have a lot of HP? I don't. He might have some more, but not that much. And Anemo... I feel like Xiao is kind of having a rough time because he has Anemo. I think he would be kind of stronger if he had a different element. I think, because, well, he can swirl a lot of things, yes, but he doesn't, like, if he had, for example, Pyro, he would probably be able to deal more damage if he had the same kit, right? With Xiao, it's a lot easier to time the plunges in my experience. DPS will never be on top, yeah. Okay, we can at least for certainly agree on that part, right? Yeah, I don't think he's bad. I just overall think that there have been additions that are kind of stronger, in my opinion. But yeah, we are allowed to differ, no?
What kind of nonsense?
God,
No
I hate it
kind of
how I
nonsense
can't
were we
figure
spared.
out how I look
Sometimes you would
actually like a
brazenly
human on
opine,
camera anymore.
Ah, why argue between yourselves when neither of you could ever hope to beat me? Other
Now I
times,
look like a
she
human
would make
again for a while.
unsolicited suggestions, such as, once you two are done arguing, let's go to the foot of the mountain and grill some meat.
That sounds
She
like
always sought
good.
to make everyone happy. And one must say, she had quite the gift for it. No matter what nonsense she said, one never felt bothered or offended.
Sweet.
It also helped that she never referred to one as that illuminated bird or ladybird.
Ladybird.
You... Come on, get over yourself!
Anyway, just as
She
our
kind of
passionate
enjoying it,
arguments
talking
would
like
reach
that,
the
doesn't she?
apex of acrimony, Marchosius would bring his delectable dishes to the table.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it power creep. It's just that different playstyles with different characters are often stronger. That's definitely certain, the last part. First off, I don't know, not for certain. But yeah, like, you can see from his playstyle that he has been created a fair while ago. And that modern characters have much more refined gimmicks, let's say. Right? That's fair to say.
Who would dare snub the stove god and his wondrous creations? At the sight of him, we would
The
all
stove
immediately
god.
drop the argument and prepare the table for a night of feasting and drinking. Back then, one was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste.
To square.
Can you
Oh,
see
interesting.
yourselves ever enjoying a drink from a square cup?
I don't think I'd really mind.
Then you are most tolerant. But that is its
You
own
know,
virtue.
how about you
Even
change
one
the
can
angle
never
and
find
then
fault
it's
with
fair to
Marchosius's
drink from it.
cooking.
Hey, welcome back,
As we
Senpai.
ate,
I don't see a
Guizhong
lot
would
of people
continue to
talking
find
about
topics for
Sino.
conversation, filling the table with humor and laughter.
True. I feel like of the new characters, Sino as well as Nilo have had relatively weak appearances. Same goes also for Ayato. I feel like he is a good support, or a decent support with his burst, but anything else is weak. Same goes for Sino and Nilo, as I said. Nahida is fairly good as a sub DPS. I don't really use her as a main DPS. What other characters did we have recently? Like, I feel like there have been a few really strong ones, but most of them have been rather mediocre, not like meta-defining. I think the last one that has really had a lasting impact has been Yelan. Nahida, not as much as well. She had just because of her element. Candice, did she have a lasting effect? No, I wouldn't say so. Alhaitham, we'll see about that, how long he will remain relevant. Because Dendro in itself is really strong, yes, but I feel like most people don't really like to play with it that much. Because it's much more complicated, and various things can have like effects on how the applications will turn out. Yao, the same again. Pretty sure Nahida is on the top of the mid right now, at least without involving Dendro. Oh, really? Huh. With anything involving Dendro. Oh, yeah, now that makes sense. I would have to read it properly. Yeah, that would make sense, yes. I don't know, I'm naming Sumeria characters. I think that's fair. We haven't had a new character in 2.8. 2.7 was... There she did release. And... 3.0, the two Dendro ones, were rather weak. The one that's on the standard, where you can use the 50-50 too, hasn't been excellent or memorable for the longest time. Same goes with Dendro Ember. What was in 3.1? There was Nilou and Cyno, which are, well, not super strong. Then we had in 3.2, we had Nahida. And second half was a rerun, I think. 3.3 was Skara, which was okay. Average, maybe a bit better. 3.4, we had no new character, right? No, we did have a new character this patch. Alhazen, which is probably one of the longer lasting strong ones. Next patch will be Dehya, fairly certain. We'll see about that. A new Pyro main DPS will be nice. We haven't had a new Pyro main DPS in a long while. Actually, since version 2.0, we haven't really gotten a new Pyro main DPS. Who else? I have to go, but the stream has been fun. Fun time. See you later. Alright. Bye, Mia. See you later. Oh, Zhongli is gonna be soon. He will be, yes. I see Alhazen as a very strong character. True, I guess. I saw someone on YouTube comparing how fast C6 Tighnari, C6 Nahida, and C6 Alhazen could kill something. Tighnari won all of them, I think. Because of burst, I think applying so much Dendro is really, really strong. I could see that being the case. 2.8, we didn't have anything. 2.7 was, as I said, Yelan, who was in 2.6. Let me quickly go through that one. Genshin banner history. I've looked at it so often. I kind of should know it on top of my head right by now. 2.7 was Yelan with Xiao and Itto in the second half. 2.6 was Ayato release, which was mediocre. Then before that was Miko in 2.5. I think she had a long-lasting impact on the game as well. Or fairly. She's not like irrelevant. I think by now she's one of the most liked sub-DPSs. I think that's fair to assume. Shenhe, as a purely damage support, not doing much damage herself, just as a support, has been significant, I think. But not like changing the game in any way. And then there was 2.2, which did not bring a new character. 2.1 with Raiden, which had a very long-lasting effect as a main DPS. And Kokomi as a support. And 2.0 was Ayaka, which is probably still one of the strongest, if not the strongest DPS in the game. Yoimiya, not so much. Tighnari is Giga Chat, for real. Not pulling for any Dendro characters because I want him. You will get him eventually because he's on the 50-50. Yeah, he got a lot of hate when she released. At least that's all I saw. Yes, when she released, she really got a lot of flack, which I find not deserved. I really liked her from the very beginning, but I didn't play her as much. Until like the later stages of 2.8 or 3.0, I think. At that point, I really started to like her. I liked her playstyle from the beginning, but I didn't build her properly. But now that I did, she's one of my regulars.
Each of those old fossils had their character flaws and points of obstinacy.
Oh, each of these old fossils.
So why was it that whenever we dined together, we always had a marvelous time? We would drink together from a spot high in the mountains until the moon set and the sun rose, and only then would the banquet finally come to an end.
Why stop then? Just go through the
Streetwood
night as
Rambler
well.
would often remain to admire the flowers with Guizhong before returning to her own abode. The glaze lilies were far more abundant back then. Entire fields of them would appear to the eye as a veritable sea of flowers.
Okay, so she was the one
Streetward
that...
Rambler?
Interesting.
That would be Ping. You probably know her as Madam Ping.
Oh, okay. Wait, this is a lovely story and everything, but didn't we come here to find that Adeptus from Mr. Dvorak's story?
Yep.
Or are you saying that it was Guizhong? Didn't she, already,
Well, pass away.
Alas, long has one avoided this place for precisely that reason. The sights here are a reminder of a time long gone, and evoke much sorrow.
That makes sense.
One should have guessed that you would disrupt one's poignant moment of mourning with your incessant questioning.
But you haven't.
No matter, one will share the whole story with you now.
Nice.
In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. But Rex Lapis declared that Guizhong's Obscuro Vulpus mechanism was superior.
Oh, she looks so happy.
Though one was too proud to acknowledge it, in one's heart, one knew that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As
Looks
for the
like
story between Guizhong
Such a
and
joyful
Streetwood Rambler,
person.
that begins with a certain bell. In Guizhong's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetwood Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul, an emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by machinery. They
That was
argued
Lady
endlessly
Ping?
until
Wow.
one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated
No,
the
it
bell
wasn't. It
and
was her.
designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili Plains. Guizhong was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetwood Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetwood Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's everything.
So pretty.
We
And
think
the
of
tragic
human
story
life as
that
like a
is
lantern
something.
that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
One has always been austere and private by nature, and has never relished socializing. One's dealings with Guizhong were born out of discussions on the discipline of mechanics.
These stories of the past, I cannot cry.
Friends.
I
You
can't
seem
not
pretty
cry.
chatty.
Yeah, they are really...
Just because one is not
really
ignorant
well
of
made.
social graces does not
And
mean one is fond of them.
really
One
grasping,
is perfectly
right?
capable of partaking in conversation despite being introverted. But in the end, one is nothing like Streetwood Rambler. She is dauntless but thoughtful, not to mention eloquent and wise. Moreover, Her friendship with Guizhong was far greater than one's own.
Oh, I see.
Back when they were rivals, they would often compete against one another in the realm of musical composition. That cleansing bell was one of Guizhong's proudest works, having the ability to both compose and perform.
Wait! That's weird. Didn't Madame Ping say she pestered an old friend for that bell? And she also said something about being a vain beauty when she was young or something.
Yeah.
Streetward Rambler.
Give such an amazing
a
looking
vain
character when
beauty.
they tell us they are dead. Yes.
My foot.
My foot.
That bell. has a
Not my
sad
ass.
history.
My foot.
Clearly, she refrained from sharing with you the truth of its origins, since the right time had not yet come.
Oh.
As for her old friend, who else could it be?
You?
As soon as Streetward
Guizhong.
Rambler heard that a certain Zhang Li wished to borrow the bell, she realized that the man was none other than Rex Lapis, and that he had made an enormous decision.
Mm-hmm.
After all,
He sure did.
we all have known each other for several millennia. Some things between us are implicitly understood.
So they all just
So
knew.
they were talking in secret code? Oh, Paimon did not see that one coming.
Enough of your intrusions. Where was one up to? Ah, yes. One remembers now.
Alright. What were we doing
The
here?
cleansing bell is powered by a mechanical art and can be used to great effect as an accompanying instrument. After the passing of its creator,
I quickly have to
It
go
was used on
to the
numerous
toilet. I
occasions
will
during rites
let
of
the game
parting.
be running. And also, like, you know, play this on auto. And I just gotta grab something to eat real quick.
but Streetward Rambler
hungry.
did not acquire it from Rex
I'll be right
Lapis
back.
for the purpose of their funerary tunes. No. Each time she rang it, it was to play the tune that Guizhong composed on it. The two once clashed over their beliefs about the meaning of music. Who would have thought that with Guizhong's passing and Streetward Rambler's mourning, two tunes composed in discord would eventually become one harmonious composition? Once upon a time, Streetward Rambler also loved gatherings, liquor, and music. But after Guizhong passed, she preferred her own company. She could often be found sitting alone at a mountain summit, contemplating and reminiscing with her zither. The music would go from mournful to soothing to impassioned. Many years passed before she finally composed a melody to her satisfaction. In celebration, she played the tune to the clouds. Regrettably, one has only ever heard her play that tune once. Which brings one back to the matter you've been investigating. Perhaps it was during that performance that the ancestor of your Fontaine friend fell into the water and was saved by Streetward Rambler.
But if she was so happy with the melody, why would she only play it once?
One was also greatly perplexed by this. After suppressing one's curiosity for a long while, one finally approached her and asked why she would retire the tune after having spent so long on it. In response, she said, "Though the strings that played that melody
I
survive,
would love to hear that one though.
the one who inspired it is gone.
Luckily, this is wireless
Tell
headphones.
me, Cloud Retainer, when the one attuned to my soul is no longer here, who else could hope to understand this tune?"
Aw, poor Madame Ping.
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young.
Don't mind me.
Once the
eating.
Archon War came to an end, I stayed behind in Liyue Harbor to honor my contract. Although I met Guizhong a few times, I never knew anything of this particular story.
Guizhong was quite the visionary, but tragically passed before her time. Her manuscripts still lie unfinished in the realm of clouds. Blank pages give one cause for contemplation on what might have been. Had you not decided to search for that mystery Adeptus, perhaps these stories, too, would have been lost to the sands of time.
That would not be good.
As of now, you know the truth. That the Adeptus who rescued the drowning man was none other than Streetwood Rambler.
He can still
Do you
find
intend
her
to
then,
discuss
or he
this
can
with
still
her?
find then. Could I eat some? I would consider these are cookies,
Do you mean
like
Ping might find the topic
something
too
like
distressing?
that, and chocolate on top.
Precisely.
It's pretty good.
Passing of our old friend
beurre
is
is
a
what
heavy
they're called.
topic that both of us are usually careful to avoid.
If I may be so bold, Cloud Retainer, could it be that this is just your own personal opinion?
Oh? How so?
I've been in Leo Harbor for quite a long time now, and I've witnessed many farewells along the way. So I, too, am well acquainted with the pain of the passing of a loved one.
Alright. I gotta say, I did not
But this
expect
doesn't
the
bring the
microphone
city
to
or
pick
its people to a
up
standstill.
me munching on
They
on
have
the
to
food.
keep moving forward.
I really didn't expect this.
Someone as perceptive and wise as Ping will
I will
surely have
quickly
come to understand and embrace
adjust
this.
the sensitivity.
Though these immortal mountains have lost an Adeptus, the harbor of mortals has gained a wise elder. No loss can ever be undone, but there is always much that can still be gained. Ping has helped countless people, and will guide many others in the years to come. And all to whom she extends a helping hand become her friends.
I'm not
People
sure
she can
if you want
admire
to know
flowers
how
and discuss music with.
it sounds like when
Though
I
it
eat.
is
But I
heartbreaking to
can
lose a kindred
Put
spirit.
the thing down again,
Life
everyone.
goes on,
Not listening to
because
what
there are new friends
happening
waiting
in
for you
Genshin
further down
to,
the road.
to focus on eating.
We even asked Madame Ping what she thought about adding a music festival to this year's Lantern Rite. When we get back, why don't we just ask her if she'd like to perform? Maybe we can even get her up on stage.
She's a bit too old for that
You
one.
youngsters and your imaginations.
Why don't you come with us? It's been a long time since you last spoke with Ping, and Leo Harbor is always decorated so beautifully during the festival period.
Is not every Lantern Rite the same in this regard? Were there ever anything new to discuss? One in Ping could meet any day of the year.
Sure, we can look at what you've wanted to show me.
I disagree.
Senpai.
Each new day and each new year is different from those that have come before. How long will you simply let them pass you by?
If nothing else, do it for Ganyu.
The edibles she brought this time were indeed quite delectable. Very well. Then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
All right.
Alright.
We should be getting back to the harbor as well. We don't want to keep her waiting. Once the Guili Assembly, now the Guili Plains. Say, if we planted flowers there and cared for them carefully enough, do you think that one day we'd be able to recreate the sea of glaze lilies?
Maybe if you sing enough songs, yes.
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment prior. You are still far too given to flights of fancy, child.
What? Cloud Retainer?
Should we just
You
try
are
it?
still
We
listening?
can still both.
One
we can try both.
observed that you were making no effort to leave, and returned to chasten and hasten you. This time, one is departing in earnest.
She's so salty at times. But yeah, try to join my world now. I think, yes, you can join. Lydia is actually also live. Live? Online, not quite live. Did I actually do this one here? Oh, I can't interact with it right now. There he goes. Senpai. All hail the them. What is this thing? Oh! That's an interesting sea life for sure. Oh, that's for a quest? Oh, okay. Oh, for the current one? That would make sense with the cap. Alright. Interesting. I guess I will be getting to that one eventually. Lady Grelian, can you translate this for us illiterate ones? I'm just doing my dailies. Okay. Let's switch that one out. I have no idea what they'd be talking about. They're just like, where am I? Well done. Well done. Wow. As always, the same thing. By the way, I've purposefully at one point didn't pick up a chest like close to the boss for Alhazen. Holy shit, he's so fast. What the hell? Thought like she was one of the fastest Ayaka, but I guess not anymore. By the way, flying is actually fairly slow. Just putting that one out there. I feel like this is also like something that my girlfriend occasionally says, like, "Oh god, I wake up. Where am I?" After having like slept through the entire night, like a rock, not being able to be woken up by anything. I wouldn't be too surprised if she says that at some point, after having slept so deep. Uh-oh. I'm not sure if I should be below here. They missed the spot again. Not well done, Genshin. Not sure if you want to be here, but,
Follow the wind.
You know. Oh. Whew. I'm not sure if you're supposed to be falling down there, because usually you get teleported away and they report that you found something like that, right? I'm not sure if this is a good idea to actually be here, especially on stream. I'm really not sure. What is that? Is that the layout? What kind of layout is that? Oh, these are the various chambers. Interesting. Wow. And there's some stamina back this way. But yeah, this is certainly interesting. What is over there? Kind of don't want to be breaking the game. I think he ran out of stamina. Yep, somebody ran out of stamina. No, it didn't. Interesting.
Follow the wind.
Don't you get more Oh, you lose stamina by doing this. Okay, I didn't know that. Sorry. Let me get some stamina food. Which one was it? Which one is the stamina food? I don't recall.
Clear weather all around brightens the heart.
5 minutes. Ah! And we're back up. What? What? What is that? What? The game does not pause in co-op. Yeah, that's true. I'm busy fighting a child. I don't know what this is. I gotta be honest. I have no clue. What the hell? Is that something for the future or what? Yeah, I realized that as well. Why isn't it moving? That's the Eternal Oasis. Okay. Is that something from the next patch, potentially? Curious. Very curious indeed. Oh! There's a barrier here. Oh, it can't go out of it anymore. Ah. Wait. Are you Kokomi? So pretty. No way. Do I just get it? It just works. Interesting. This is really, really bizarre to me. And these are solids as well. There's a fish in the air. Interesting. This is so weird. Is this something like from the upcoming versions, or is this for like a story quest or embedded? Embed. Huh. Is this intentional or not? I find it hard to believe that they would just leave it there. But if they did, what's the waterfall? That is true. I don't know. No, it's for doing the world quest. Okay. It's after doing the world quest that you get here. Huh. It's part of the story quest. Interesting. I have no clue what this is. But if you say so, I will believe you. I'm curious if they decided to not have water as water and stuff like that, not moving and so on, because to save resources. I haven't even gotten to statue, so I don't know anything about the new area. Neither do I. I have no clue what this is. Oh well, I have activated the thing, so else I couldn't be here, right? Touch. What? It's weird. I should be blaming it though.
The scenery is wonderful. Spinach knows me.
It's really bizarre to me that they are technically like wildlife and stuff. Oh. It's not good looking, is it? Oh. Oh, and here would probably be a teleport, right? Interesting. Very interesting. No, I can't do anything here. But this is certainly interesting. What happens if I teleport to... What? Is my teleport gone? What? It's over here, all the way over there. Interesting. I don't want to go this way. But there's nothing. Wow. Oh, was there a barrier again? This is really, really interesting. I was just about to say the water over there is floating, is going the way it should, but it isn't.
Time to go.
Huh. But yeah, thank you for showing that one to me. That was really, really interesting. I think MiHoYo would be interested to know such a thing. To fix it. Because I'm fairly certain you're not supposed to see the game being in this state. Okay. Thank you for showing that one to me. I think I should go away from here again, though. Because I don't know if people from MiHoYo are actually watching, and if they do, I don't think they're happy to see me doing that on live stream. Just saying it. Haven't even got... yeah. Might be a good idea to leave this spot. Somebody showed it to you, and here I am. Yep. Yeah. Nothing like this happened here on stream. No, nothing like that, right? We weren't going under any kind of territory or area where we shouldn't be. It's all good. No bad things ever happened. It's all good. Alright, I'll be going then. Bye! I mean, I think you're not supposed to climb walls and find cracks in the walls either. That is true. That is a fair argument. That is a very fair argument. I'm curious to whether they will be deleting my waypoint at some point. Or if I can just refresh it every time again. Because it's technically there. I wouldn't you wouldn't get into trouble or anything. It's in the game and anyone can access it. It's on them to check for any bugs. True. That is a fair point as well. I believe the streamers that use bugs are still participating in the content creator program, so you are safe, don't worry. Okay. Feeling just a tiny bit safer now. Don't want to end this career before it's actually taken off.
Whoa! Madam Ping? And Cloud Retainer?
It appears you made haste after all. One arrived but moments before you.
Oh, bless my soul.
Car
To what do
year,
I owe
yes.
the honor?
Car year.
How
indeed.
nice of you all
The
to come
year of
visit
cars.
me.
Miss
As what else would it be?
Illuminated Bird, haven't you said anything yet?
Said what, precisely? And why should one be tasked with saying it?
They ignore that she has been called Illuminated Bird.
Because you're the one who's known Madam Ping the longest.
Street word. Or rather, presumably, you would prefer to be addressed as Ping?
Oh, Cloud Retainer, you are uncommonly polite today.
One,
Don't worry, if your account is ever gone, I can give you my best account of my 4 accounts. No, I would be really sad. I invested a lot of time and money into it. I don't want to have it be gone. The worst thing that can happen if you show something on stream is that it gets fixed. That's the reason why I see a lot of content creators that have used bugs or be able to challenge. To do challenges, not telling how some works. Okay. Yeah, but I guess we're safe in that
Given
case.
that lantern rite is almost upon
Not
us.
that I will
The weather
probably
in the
notice at
city
all.
is most pleasant, and a sweet floral fragrance lingers in the air. Ahem. Ganyu, please continue from here.
Huh?
All right. So, this all started because we were trying to help Mr. Dvorak find the Adeptus who saved his ancestor's life. Cloud Retainer informed us that the one who played that melody and rescued the drowning man was none other than yourself.
Ah, let me think. Yes, I do believe I recall that encounter. What a long time
It was just
ago
a sign
that
for them
was.
to fix it. True, I guess.
I'm
You
surprised
can
that
interpret
you
it many
still
ways, right?
remember it. Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the fact that this story has survived this long at all, when mortal lives are so very brief.
True.
It appears that she has proven herself right once again.
Who's she?
Well, that's of course.
We like to call her
Girlfriend.
Gui Zhong. From the look in Cloud Retainer's eyes, I sense that she has already told you all about her.
Albeit reluctantly, one might add.
Did you finish the Abyss? I haven't even done it
There's
yet.
no harm done.
The version
After
is still
all,
new, so they can
Lantern
always
Right's very
make changes.
purpose
True.
is to commemorate the heroes who gave their lives
And they
for
typically
Liyue.
do fix
Although Gui
bugs
Zhong
at
did
some
not
point.
live to see
Not
the splendid
maybe
sights of today.
not necessarily quick, but they do it
She was as
eventually.
much a hero as any other.
So how has she proven herself right again exactly?
Once upon a time, she said to me that humans were a weak form of life that she wished to protect with her wisdom. But as she interacted more and more with them, her opinions on them began to change. She marveled at the beautiful complexity of their spirits, the sheer splendor of all they could accomplish through their hard work and intelligence. She told us that to underestimate human potential would be to make a grave mistake.
Fair.
With the smallest amount of guidance, enormous power can be unleashed in them.
Are we just
And
a
the
human?
human who
Potentially.
has reached their full potential may well be her equal. Someone who could have as much to teach an Adeptus as to learn from them.
She always had a way with
do
words.
Abyss, do the Abyss in the stream? Maybe. We'll
That
see.
her mechanical accomplishments
I
were
complete
judged
this one, though.
superior to one's own was, one suspects, in large part due to her sheer eloquence.
Speaking of mechanics, Cloud Retainer, do you still remember that potted plant mechanism? The one that the two of you gave me as a gift?
Of course. Gui Zhang and one both put an immense amount of effort into that gift. It would be no overstatement to call it a testament to each of our individual technical genius.
Hey.
As Gui Zhang once said, it takes every blade of grass and every flower to make a homeland. When I see the site of Liyue Harbor before us today, I am reminded of this.
Madame Ping looks very emotional right now.
Well, she's been through a lot in her time. Well, yes. She's old.
Of
Certainly
all
old.
of us, it was Gui Zhong who was the fondest of these grand and exciting occasions.
Interesting. It wasn't
If she
even
was still
Zhongli.
with us,
I would have expected
I'm quite
Zhongli
sure
to be the
she
one.
would still be trying to best Cloud Retainer's finest works at every opportunity.
Oh, yes.
Liyue
You think
Harbor
of making
is
a laser
always
based
filled with
damage
the sound
test
of
with
music
your
at this
supports?
time of the year.
You think we can reach 100k
If
damage
she were
in
here,
burst?
one
I
is
don't know.
certain that she would
I don't
seek
have
you
the proper
out to discuss and
artifacts for
debate
him.
the virtues of various melodies.
Oh, yeah! Music! We've been dying to ask. What was the melody that you played back then? Oh, also, with you being such a music expert and all, why don't you join the concert as a performer?
I can make arrangements right away.
Oh, as much as I don't wish to dampen your enthusiasm, it's been a long time since I played this zither. My fingers don't have the dexterity they once did. And whenever I play that tune, it always reminds me of her. I start wondering what she would think of the changes I have made to her melody. There was a period of time whenever I started strumming, it almost felt like she was back again. Sitting right there on the stone stool next to me, chatting away. Skybracer and Seagazer too, looking just like they did in the old days. No matter how much time goes by, the moment that melody starts playing, it transports me right back to that time in my memory.
So the past still weighs heavily on your heart?
Oh, I would be lying to myself if I claimed to have completely moved on. But that is not to say that grief doesn't get easier with time. Despite the sadness, I have found many things that bring me joy in life. It is simply the nature of the world in which we live that even if one wished to mourn for an eternity, it would be a nigh impossible feat. Just look at this potted plant. Isn't it stunning?
It takes an honest and open mind to confront and conquer grief. You have indeed made progress.
Be that as it may, I shall leave the Lantern Rite stage to the youth of today.
Well, if you're sure.
Granny!
Oh, Yennefer is back.
Whoa.
Hey there.
What's everyone doing here? Did something bad happen?
Oh, really?
And now we've spooked Yanfei. No. Everyone's just here to give me their regards for the holiday.
Oh?
The regards?
wonderful,
I'm not
glad.
sure.
Well, in that case,
Bennett and Cabbage
happy Lantern Rite,
would
everyone.
work best. Cabbage? Who do you mean with the cabbage? Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite. Oh, I just remembered that I have some work to do at Yuehai Pavilion that I need to discuss with Yenfei. I haven't been able to find a chance until now.
Oh.
I will leave Mr. Dvorak in your capable hands. Cloud Retainer, Ping, we will be off for now.
Huh? Does it have to be right now? Which case is this again? Hey, Ganyu!
Oh. Nahida is cabbage? What?
Still has much to learn
Wow.
when it comes to the art of deception.
What a pity. She has learned nothing of one's ability to carry a conversation.
Since it's been so
The
long,
motivation
Cloud
on
Retainer, why don't you stay?
Paimon's eyes there.
I'll make a
really
cup of tea and
impressive.
we can chat a while.
Gladly. This was one's intention as well.
Oh. That sounds very
When you
different
see
from
the
before.
Fontaine musician, please give him my regards. I'd like to wish him the very best with the concert.
Well, neither of them is very properly built. Bennett Cabbage, in that
Thank
case,
you
as you
all.
call her.
I think you've listened
And,
to enough of my nattering for one day.
The
As for
Alhazen
that
is
melody,
also not built
I
properly.
will play it for you all
which is
another
especially
time.
bad because he
Goodness
scales
knows I
on
need to
Yem.
practice it first.
So that would be important.
That'd be great! We'll look forward to it.
When that time comes, wherever her spirit may be among the countless grains of sand and
Oh,
specks of dust between the harbor
might have
and
not
the
made a
mountains,
mistake today.
perhaps she will look at the Liyue of today and steal a smile when
Does my
she sees the
voice sound
prosperous
better
land
now,
that it has
by chance?
become.
Alright, let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news.
Borak. Dvorak. Mr. Dvorak. I find it weird that it's Dvorak. Hey, Kutzing. We're taking care of our guest.
Mr. Dvorak! Ah, and Kuching's here too! Thanks for helping set all of this up.
Welcome back. Did everything go
Really
well?
like she sings.
Really,
She's
really
pretty,
well. We found the person
very well
Mr.
designed.
Dvorak was looking for.
Like a really bright person.
Are you serious?
True story of the fairy lady.
I see. So the melody my ancestor heard was an adeptus remembering her late friend? That certainly explains why it was such a powerful and poignant tune.
That's a really interesting first reaction. Guess that comes with having a musical mind.
Yep.
I have to say, though, it's hard to believe that the fairy from the tale is now an elderly granny.
Oh, Paimon knows exactly what you mean. Normally, Adepti don't age at all. But
Yeah, I wonder why
Steward
she does.
Rambler, or Madame Ping as we know her, probably only became old because it's what she wanted for herself.
Madame Ping possesses vast knowledge and great wisdom. Whatever physical form she may decide to take, her mind and wits are as sharp as they come.
I feel like they changed something about Kuching's voice since the release. I feel like her features are a bit more pointy than they were in the past, no? I feel like they changed something around her. About her face specifically. I just don't know what it exactly is. Or maybe I've just not played her enough lately, which is why I'm mistaking things.
Yep, Kuching summed it up perfectly. That's exactly what Paimon was trying to say.
I also don't remember her having the
Yes.
hair thingy
I
sticky in
must thank
place.
her in person. That can wait until after the concert, though. For now, I need to devote all my emotional energy to the performance.
Okay.
Ah, speaking of, Madame Ping wishes you all the best with the music festival. Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that she'll stay in her usual spot, but listen to the performances from afar.
Wait, are you serious? Oh no, now I'm starting to get nervous.
Just treat it like any other
All
performance.
right. Nope, another rehearsal is in order. Please excuse me, everyone.
Hi. Kuching with her alpha pose.
Dvorak? He's already gone.
Words of wisdom
Paimon
comes from
wasn't
old
even
people. That
finished
is true.
telling him
Typically.
everything.
Occasionally it's
Before
also
we set
not
off
quite
on our search with
right.
Ganyu, he asked us about what music means to people. After our recent adventure, Paimon thinks we have a lot more to say about that now.
Please, share your insights with me.
Well, we found out that music can be used for good, but also for bad.
Yep.
It can make people happy and moved, but it can also be sad and bittersweet. And music is like a kind of memory written in people's hearts. It can put you in touch with feelings from a
behind my
totally
microphone.
different time and place.
Broad summary, but not most detailed.
It sounds like you had an eventful trip. Don't worry, I'm sure Ganyu will fill me in on all the details shortly.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna carry on working?
Of course.
Just a few things to wrap up. All the groundwork is done. As long
I
as
mean, it's
everyone
fitting
enjoys
after
the
all.
festival activities, all our efforts are worthwhile.
I'm fairly certain she didn't have like this thing around her neck. I'm really fairly certain about it. Not 100%, but I'm fairly certain that it wasn't there before. Happy Lantern
Happy
Rite.
Lantern Rite to you as well.
Whew. That should be everything taken care of, right? Oh, no, wait. Paimon feels like she's forgetting something. What
Yeah,
was
probably.
it? Oh, it feels like it was a while ago. Shoot! Latent... Wait, no. Anyway, fancy bamboo shoots!
Bamboo shoots. Bamboozle soup.
Zhang-Li said he wasn't in a hurry, so if we went now, there's probably still time, right?
Yeah, we have to cook now. The
Anyway,
cooking stream
even
again.
if we don't make it, it's not our fault. He could have totally picked him by himself. Ugh. Anyway, let's go check with him at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
I bet it was his plan all along, because he's wise and old. Does this event still go on for much longer? I'm kind of getting tired and kind of want to stop playing for today. We'll be spending my resident girlfriend later, but nothing else today. Kind of want to watch some anime, want to eat something good. Something really good, by the way. I just thought of this thing actually becoming like the playing card game for Liyue, which is has released a while ago. No? Could be, right? Hey, you three. The animation.
Da 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 da. Da da da. Oh.
All right, let's take a break here.
I feel like she must have been kind of embarrassed to be voicing that one.
Oh wow, look who it is!
Kind of.
Are you here to hang out with everyone's favorite funeral director?
So you're just casually practicing your rapping skills at the entrance to your funeral parlor? In broad daylight? Okay.
You, wow.
After everything we've been through, you don't see me for a hot minute, and you're back to being scared of your own shadow. We have all this open space, a clear view of the mountains behind and the sea in front. Not to mention, we have several invisible audience
I
members.
gotta feed my dog. Be right back.
enthusiastically
Don't you also have
cheering us
like
on.
plenty of cats?
It's
4
the
cats,
perfect
right?
spot to
Jeez.
rehearse.
Also dog.
Invisible audience members?
Also known as ghosts. You know.
Gotta say, it took me a few days to get used to Director Who's way of talking.
Xinyan was pretty spooked too when she first got here. Just like when she sees a frog, but a giant frog with sharp teeth.
Come on, knock it off.
What's wrong? I've never seen someone look so confused before. Well, don't worry, because Director Who's here to explain it all.
Oh god.
There once was a Fontaine musician who went around town on a mission. He came door to door for his iridescence tour, looking for acts to audition. With my words, Xinyan's chords, and Yunjin as our mentor, we'll take the stage by storm with flames roaring and the whole audience calling for more.
Heck yeah, sure. Director Who?
For sure! The whole dance floor will be yelling encore! Encore!
Director I.
Oh, now Paimon's right.
Or Director U.
But when you say flames roaring, are you sure this'll be safe?
No, don't you worry about that. I'm pretty experienced on the stage, and I've already informed the Yuhong of all the pyrotechnics we're planning on using.
Okay, sure.
Guess we'll just have to trust Xinyan on this one.
Well, have you ever been to a Rammstein concert by chance? I've been to the last one in Zurich in the stadium, and there have surely been quite a pyromatic show. Not gonna lie, quite a bit.
Oh, Zhongli. He took one of those fancy meal boxes and set off for the mountains. Said he wanted to pay a visit to some old friends.
It's a
Ah,
real
come
pity that he
on.
couldn't be around for this. As well as being a true connoisseur of traditional art forms, he's able to appreciate Xinyan's performances too.
Yeah, that's right. Matter of fact, he was the one who first invited me to perform here.
Oh,
To
really?
tell the truth, though, I never thought I'd really find myself rehearsing here one day.
Well, now you know. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is a great location. All of you are
Sure.
always welcome to come and hang out here, especially if you're in the mood to try something new.
I can
Alright.
speak to that. Hu Tao is always full of fun surprises.
And jump scares.
Actually, Xinyan, I have some lyric ideas for your part. Do you want to go through them together?
Sure thing. I'm all ears.
Oh, Traveler in Paimon. I believe Zhongli was heading to Mount Hulao, so make sure you're
Hulao,
hiking
not
up the right
Hutao, but
hill.
Hulao. Almost the same.
When you see Zhongli,
One letter
please
difference.
pass on this message to him. It's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses. You should join us too.
Okay.
It'll be a riot. If there's one thing I've learned from being a funeral director, it's how to throw a party.
Sorry, did you just say the one thing I know from being a funeral director is how to throw a party? Did I just hear this right? This is not a joyous occasion usually.
There are leaves around.
What?
And I know just
Did
the
I-
tune
did
to
I-
accompany them.
I heard that
Please
right,
hear.
right? I'm fairly certain I heard this correctly. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Alright, I think we're getting close to the end of today's stream. I feel like. Not sure if it will be, but... Oh, hey! I know that device. I remember it from that one event in Mondstadt. Some people saw her selling coffins at low prices in the Archon War. Yeah.
Paimon sees them!
That's awful!
Illuminated deer! And illuminated bird number 2!
Illuminated deer, illuminated bird, too. Greetings, everyone. Long time no see.
A familiar face. Have you come from Liyue Harbor? How is the city nowadays?
Everything's great! But you know, if you're so curious, you can always go and check it out for yourself.
In fact, Mooncarver has been taking many walks on Mount Tianheng in recent times. I believe the sights of the city are quite familiar to him.
Yeah.
Hey, here you are! We've brought the bamboo shoots you wanted.
Impeccable timing.
Yeah. He just knows what to say. Hello, I'm back. What did I miss? Some awful
Traditionally,
statements by
bamboo shoot soup ought to be
Hutao.
slow cooked for many hours on low heat. Using Adeptus arts to hasten
I can't
the
even,
process
like,
is something of a
change
shortcut.
the colors anymore.
That mechanism. Is that?
Indeed. Cloud Retainer kindly lent me her supreme cuisine machine.
Can we not
Look
just
at my
call it a
transformance of my
cooking
face.
machine?
Now it looks kind of okay.
Actually, never mind.
Now it looks different.
She seems to take a lot of pride in her mechanical gizmos, so it's probably best if Paimon doesn't go changing the name willy-nilly.
Yes. By the way, Lydia, so you have 4 cats and also at least 1 dog? Don't you have like... Isn't there like a lot of animals in one household?
I trust that you found the answers you were seeking during your recent journey?
Sure.
Excellent. The past should be remembered, but not overly dwelt upon. Our journey should be seen as a means to take on more from the world around us. When the bamboo shoot soup is ready, I must insist that you try some for yourself.
Of course. Also, give us a recipe, please.
Hutao told us to tell you something. She said, it's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses. When she says performance, she must mean the Lantern Rite Music Festival.
Had I mentioned having a dog before? I'm not sure. It could be that I just don't remember. Yeah, I guess it's a lot, but that's it. Okay. Well, if you're fine with it, as you obviously are, I don't mind. I love pets.
As for the banquet, she didn't tell us anything more about that, but she invited us to come as well.
What kind of breed is your dog? Really curious.
As you can see, I have a prior engagement with 2 Adepti friends of mine tonight. Please, give Director Hu my best wishes for the performance. As for the banquet, since the Director insists, far be it from a mere consultant like myself to refuse.
Yay! Then we'll see you
I
there.
love all of them. It's just there is a lot
Absolutely.
of hair everywhere. Okay, fair.
Rex
I'll see how to spell
the
it. All right.
bamboo shoot soup is ready.
Thank you. I will examine it right away. The appearance is exquisite, and the aroma rich and intense. The craftsmanship of this machine is commendable indeed. Since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed. Please, take some soup. It tastes
That is some
most
excellent
exquisite
naming right
while
there.
still
Thank you
warm.
for subscribing over here on YouTube. Well, thank you. I haven't noticed that you're here, but cool that you've joined. Thank you very much. And hope you will be enjoying this upcoming streams as well as the one. Yeah, just say screams. Thank you for, you know how it's gonna keep on. Welcome. That's what I want to say. Oh goddamn! I didn't have to do it that way. All right, so let's go back to Liyue Harbor. Speaking like a professional streamer, am I not? You can fly through these this time. Interesting. Thought you weren't in the past. Let's go for the final cutscene. Yay! Nice. Kind of curious how it sounds on
I'm
English.
honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyan, this is Hetao, and this is a little something called...
The Blaze Lilies!
The Blaze we haven't seen these two, have we?
I'm up here blazing trails through the midnight sky, lighting up the world below. And when the crowds all hear my voice, they'll meet the spirit of rock and roll.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you two buzzing by, guiding your way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh, I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch your step, or you'll get burned. Hey, woo!
Sure.
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow? With another year behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My treat. Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
Yeah. Yelan not be joining? Oh. She got hyped. Yep. Did you hear it in Chinese already? It's the best version in my opinion. Haha. Unfortunately. It is that time again. Goba. Goba is just cute. She has made a surprisingly short appearance.
Master, listen!
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Master, the Xiao Lanterns,
Elementary. One shall fashion for you a Xiao Lantern, the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence for all.
Interesting. Look forward to that one.
Listen! That must be Manaping!
That transition though was smooth. it's pretty. Way calmer than all the previous Lantern rides we've had. But I gotta say, it feels like they didn't invest as much time and effort as they did, like for the first one specifically. Feels like they kind of cheaped out. Sounds a bit rude, I know. But if I compare to the first one we've had, it feels like this is much simpler. And I kind of love the first one, I gotta admit. And if I ever want to showcase Genshin, I say go watch the first Lantern Ride, which has a really pretty animation. Which you can still watch, by the way. It's still on the official YouTube channel. It's like a very old video by now, but very pretty still. Last part is my favorite. Oh, the one that's coming now? Or the one that, like, last year?
Traveler, hurry! It's almost time for us to join Hotel for dinner! Ooh, and we'll be meeting at Shinue Kiosk. It's the place with a really long wait list. As expected of the parlor
The one that's coming now, okay.
Always so generous! Come on, let's go!
Oh, now I'm curious. I didn't like last year, and I didn't care about kitchen. Wow! Wow!
Oh, so that's how it
Jesus.
is. Thanks for the suggestions, Mr. Zhongli. I have them all noted down.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new,
Picho,
Mr.
finally an
Zhongli.
appearance.
But I never knew that you were well versed in the art of cooking, too. It is truly an
Well known
honor
in
to
every
make your
aspect.
acquaintance.
No need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company of such talented young people. There are many things I could learn from you.
Oh, you flatter us. If it's possible, may I trouble you to provide a few words of guidance for my practices in exorcism?
He's gonna be
Exorcism?
interested. Well,
I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by discussing...
Zhongli being humble. Yep.
There's so many people here!
Was about her overworking
Oh,
herself,
Lindy
nothing
was
I can
that
relate
hotel
to.
invited Zhongli
Really
over.
can. Wow.
I
Okay.
never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends! Happy Lantern Ride, everyone!
Happy Lantern Ride.
Likewise. Please take a seat.
That's an awfully shaped ball of rice.
Happy Lantern Rite! Are you having fun?
I've become a musically cultured. We had actually like lots of things in that regard already in the past. I'm learning a lot.
Me too. I've seen Xinyan perform before, but this is the first time I've watched something like this. I heard that the audience loved it too, and she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations lately.
Oh, nice.
She's more busy than ever, and Yoonjin's gonna help her.
Yep, and they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to everyone. They hope we'll have a wonderful gathering.
The performance was spectacular indeed. However, it gave Xiangling a huge burst of inspiration, which in turn gave us a bit of a headache.
That expression though.
Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is beside the point. Watching you eat was enough for me. Come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have burdened Chongyun with eating my share too.
Oh, come on, buddy.
A new recipe? Let Paimon try!
Gotta be spicy, right?
Someone here knows how to encourage people. Thanks, Paimon. Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli too. He gave me lots of useful pointers that really drove it home for me.
Oh, so that's what you were talking about before we arrived.
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our conversation naturally revolved around cooking.
Makes sense.
Xiangling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both ingredients and spices are comparable to a melody dancing on the tongue. My suggestions were nothing more than the icing on the cake.
Oh, the two of you always deliver.
Now I'm getting embarrassed. Anyway, I'll everyone to have a taste after I've adjusted the recipe based on Mr. Zhongli's advice.
That sounds like it might become a little safer to eat.
How about I sample the dishes next time?
Hey,
Speaking of eating, Paimon feels like we're missing someone. Oh, Huta was the one who invited us, but she's not here. And where's Guoba?
Oh,
Guoba.
Guoba volunteered to help Dad at the restaurant.
Oh.
You know, lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite. Without Guoba helping out, I probably wouldn't have had the time to accept Hu Tao's invitation. As for Hu Tao...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here and host you for the time being. Seems like it's almost time.
Collect a guest. Whenever Hu Tao is involved with people getting collected, it typically doesn't turn out nice. Just saying that. No? You know? Jesus.
Huh? Hu Tao went to fetch someone in person? Oh, that must mean they are super important. Could it be Keqing? Ningguang? Or
Beidou?
Captain Beidou?
She didn't clarify. And as her subordinate, I couldn't just pry into the details, could I?
Well, you might could have.
Ta-da! We're here! Oh, we're not late to the party, right? Right?
Did she just jump to
The
everyone?
Conqueror
Oh,
of Demons and I are both as swift as the wind, and whoosh, we made it just in time.
nice. She got lament. Yep. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark.
Oh.
Oh.
I see. So the important guest is the Conqueror of Demons. I've been looking forward to meeting you. The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise. Gathered here with us tonight are not only young and accomplished individuals, but also the protector of Leo's peace, Adeptus Alatus. To convene here with all of you is indeed a great honor.
It had to load there for a while. That was weird.
It's almost Lantern Rite, yet you took all the trouble coming here.
It's clear why this is my favorite part. I guess, yeah.
The director has a way of making it difficult to decline.
Rex Lapis, may I ask what troubles you?
The director asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation for the celebrations.
Huh. Then why would you come all the way to Wangshu Inn?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Yen Xiao and received some spices from him. And, see? Here's some matsutake and a portion of ham.
What about the sesame oil?
It just gets better. Okay.
It's a shame. I couldn't find the kind the director was looking for.
Okay. So Xiao went to get her stuff.
I'm sure
would
you're
presume.
exaggerating, Shang. Sir.
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasantries. Go let our guests take a seat. Everyone here today is well known in their own field and has probably heard about one another to some extent. Some of us are even old acquaintances, so there's no need to be this formal. I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler are pretty close, no?
Sure, we're old friends.
Great. You two sit together.
We know each other for about 2 years.
You should take a seat too, Director.
Oh? Finally remembered me?
Nah.
When we arrived just now, the host at Shinue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing. Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring out the food.
Who's the lost seat for? There's one person missing still, isn't there?
Paimon
No.
would have never guessed the person Hu Tao went to
Yes.
fetch was Xiao.
Oh, that's also the first I've heard of the Traveler and Paimon being friends with the Conqueror of Demons.
Oh yeah?
You know Xiao Chu?
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. I've always looked up to him.
Alright.
You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for many generations, dispelling evil together, both in the open and from the shadows.
Oh,
Hard to imagine that thanks to Hu Tao, I've finally gotten the chance to meet him.
That's really a
Conqueror
surprise.
of Demons, I'm honored to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
It is a great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary Conqueror of Demons. Chongyun has brought that name up quite a few times in the past. I remember you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance of exorcists.
We know each other too. He helped
Right.
try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook-off. I didn't think we'd have the chance to meet again. Happy Lantern Rite.
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person. I'm Xingqiu, Shangling and
Xingqiu.
Chongyun's friend. The pleasure is all mine.
Whoa. Everyone's getting all formal and polite all of a sudden. Paimon doesn't know what she should say anymore. Adeptus Xiao, mighty conqueror of demons, please accept Paimon's greetings too. Belated Happy Lantern Rite.
Related isn't the right word to use here.
Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay? Don't be too harsh on Paimon!
There's no need to be so polite.
Definitely not.
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends after all. Too much formality kills the atmosphere. I didn't plan this gathering only for
Please
everyone
stop,
to walk
yep.
on eggshells. Hiya.
What's your
Hiya.
true intention, then?
A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching lanterns float into the sky, bidding farewell to the past and embracing the present with joy. And that is
Sure.
something our consultant would say. I think it deserves a standing ovation.
Clapping.
Indeed. Exceptional acting skills, Director.
As for me, I'm just here to have fun and treat everyone to something good. We all worked
I mean,
really hard
she earned a
this
lot of
year.
money by burying
Whether
people, right? So
traveling
she
or
can afford
guiding, cooking,
people
helping with the family business,
being
exercising
here.
evil
Very
spirits,
expensive
or
place.
conquering demons. And of course, our consultant, who's been helping out at the parlor every now and then. Everyone has done some pretty amazing things. As the one who brought everyone together, it goes without saying that I'm the one most deserving of praise.
Sure.
Sounds kind of self-important, but Paimon thinks it's pretty amazing that she managed to talk Xiao into coming. He rarely ever enters Liyue Harbor after all.
Yep. Curious about how she did it.
It
Probably
wasn't
with
as
food.
complicated as you think.
Oh yeah? Again, struggling to load. What the hell?
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, boss lady.
It's not boss lady, just boss.
Boss lady.
And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror
Where
of
did she run up?
demons, Adeptus Xiao. Guardian of Wangshu Inn, hero of Dihua Marsh. I know you're there.
Quiet. Do not disturb the peace.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
I know you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Of course he
Is
knows,
there something
especially
I
the
need?
number.
That does sound like one of Hu Tao's antics.
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao would stop pestering him?
There might be other reasons.
Oh yeah?
Smart guess. Huh? There's more to it? It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past relationships with the Guardian Yakshas. You know, just to be sociable.
In the time of the Archon War, disputes were frequent, and disaster overtook the land. Humans couldn't escape from the torment of the plague, nor could they escape death. The Adepti vanquished the demons, the Millelith fought valiantly, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was responsible for purifying the diseased and sending off the spirits of the dead.
And they were responsible for burying everyone. So that's why Hu Tao was so proficient. She's keeping family tradition, so to speak, right?
That is how the border between life and death was maintained during the war. And it effectively prevented further incidents from happening.
That's
I feel
right.
like I believe we're saying
1
that.
point for the consultant. But despite our deep-rooted connection, it still took me quite a while to actually convince him.
Was he worried about his karma?
You know him pretty well, huh?
This matter is out of my control, so I need to be cautious.
True, but I've kept that in mind too.
Well, it's an
That's
important
why
role.
everyone
True.
here today is
There's
in one way or
nothing
another acquainted with
we could say
elemental
about
power.
against that. Is there?
Besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine together. There won't be any lasting consequences.
Probably.
But I
yes.
didn't expect there to be so many people.
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. We're not feeling anything unusual so far. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy, so he's probably the most resilient.
That's not the same.
Yeah?
And did you just toss your carrots into my bowl? Hey, don't look away.
Huh? What?
I'm siding with Chongyun. I saw that too. You're lucky.
So our
Guoba
carrots
isn't
over
here
here?
today.
I don't see that on
Seen
the...
people being picky
thing.
with their food. If
On the
he'd
table.
seen that, he'd definitely make you eat all your carrots.
Huh? Guoba would do that? Is he that uncompromising? But now that I think of it, Xianglin told me that Guoba used to be the stove god.
It sounds like you've heard the rumors.
Yep. Seems pretty quiet today. Is everything okay? Not used to being around so many people.
I'm doing fine.
Okay,
Not long
sure.
ago, before Lantern Rite, I met an old friend. Thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before.
That's good to hear. Give everything you don't eat to Paimon. What? An old friend.
You should know him. He's...
The wind.
Seeds of story, brought by the wind.
Ah, okay. Oh.
Did Paimon just unconsciously complete that saying? That voice. Could
Could
it
it
be?
be? It must be. Oh. The annoyed look right on his face.
Don't just sit there, Zhongli. Go welcome our guest in.
No such need. I'm coming in.
That's an excellent entry.
You finally let me in. Hello, hello. No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new encounter. Old friends and new. Happy Lantern Rite.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Tone Deaf Bard.
She looks so nice again.
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. It looks like we're gonna be friends.
Yeah.
Fate has brought us together, so come on, take a seat
Oh,
and be
it's
my
gonna
guest.
be good.
Help yourself.
Couldn't get any
I'll
better,
ask them
true.
for another set of cutlery.
This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the morning's rising sun. She no doubt is the one with the most authority here. Whoa, these dishes look amazing. Is it really okay when you're joining?
The words.
I'm digging in.
The words he chooses are fantastic. Especially given that he always looks up to Zhongli as his senior. I love it, the words he chose. It was amazing.
Ah, it's you.
Oh, isn't this Genyu?
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 Oh, I was gonna give pen name. Oh, that's
Yep.
bad.
Now that I've taken a closer look, you're a fan of Genyu's works, aren't you? I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention. Ah, how I wish we'd met sooner. I never expected
Well
that there'd
done,
be another
Venti.
person in this world who could interpret Genyu's new novel as thoroughly as I could.
Venti, you're being too humble. Considering your poetic talent, your fundamentals are way more impressive.
Could this new guest
That's
be
where
Master
references to,
Xingqiu's
yeah.
friend?
He's an old pal too. Looks like Xiao knows him too. Ah yes, do you remember the chair we saw with the in the Eternal Oasis? Yes, I do. Look at this face. Look at this smug face. Oh, you get an achievement when PS3 people sit there together.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes. Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to Lantern Rite. I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago when I happened to run into this...
Hmm? You've already forgotten? I'm a bard, remember? And bards go
Bard.
around singing wherever they like.
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh. It was a moving melody, and it made me feel relaxed and at ease. I couldn't help but stay and listen.
Thank you for your patronage.
Wanna come try it together when you finish? Nah. I'll do it when I get there eventually. My two most favorite Anemo boys and Archons getting happy all over again. Yep. That's a nice part, I gotta say. That's how it is. I see.
I understand now too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It's a pleasure to meet you, new friend.
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if there's anything unsatisfactory, let me know anytime.
That's very considerate of you.
Oh? No wonder. Only a boss as savvy and reliable as you would be able to hire such an impressive consultant.
Oh, the taunt! The taunt is real! Jesus! Venti! Keep it down, man!
Oh, you're too nice, Venti. Not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across the stars in the land, and there's nothing throughout history that
Across
he
the
doesn't know.
stars? Venti about to expose
Sophisticated way
everyone.
he
Yeah!
thinks, it's hard not to suspect that he could very well be an Adeptus in disguise.
Definitely not. Right?
So, you're an Adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons. I'm afraid I don't have much knowledge in that matter.
Just rolling it away.
Really?
Wow, Paimon, you're
Paimon
dumb
thinks
as
you're super knowledgeable.
Paimon, play along! I love that smug face again.
Huh? Oh, right!
Took you a while.
Xiao's a warrior. He doesn't come to the city very often, so it's, pretty normal for him to not know anything.
That burn, though. That burn.
Really? I've actually heard a few things about Mr. Zhongli before. The
Oh,
guests
yeah?
in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern, ordered a cup of hot tea with the most complex name.
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that there indeed is a musician like yourself in Mondstadt. I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty and vibrant. It's no overstatement to regard him as the best bard in Mondstadt.
Compliment.
Now you're making me embarrassed.
But when is coming to
I would
drunkard
say
part?
that Mondstadt's poetry is a little run-of-the-mill sometimes. There's one I heard a while back that went, "The old house is renewed, welcoming the spring breeze, awakening old memories."
Okay.
The meaning's
at some
there,
point,
but the
get
word
this town
choices are
told.
unimaginative, and there's a distinct lack of literary flair. I think so too. The composition needs a little jazzing up.
Oh.
If I were to give it a go, I'd make it an old melon on a vine, a new flower that grows fine. Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice ring to it. You have great taste, Venti. I was afraid about you.
Why
Let's
is she?
shake
Why does she
hands.
know so much? Let's shake
Of
hands.
course,
Really
of
weird.
course.
That's kind of wacky.
Hey, Shincho!
I wonder when Venti will come to Sumiro. If he does,
Lending me a
he'll be
few
in
books
very-
when we get back?
in
Pick
every
out some
nation. Yep.
well-written ones.
He probably will
know
be.
if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but I couldn't tell the difference between those two.
But you know, I think Zhongli Zhongli hasn't been to Inazuma. He's the only one that has actually been everywhere. Miko has been in Mondstadt with the bartender event, but I don't think Raiden has been. Right? Or has she? I'm not sure anymore.
I don't think it's your fault.
Chongyun's right. It's not our fault.
Paimon, watch and learn from Hu Tao and Venti. This will come in handy for your ugly nicknames.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is the Tone Deaf Bard here? Are you here to take part in Lantern Rite too?
Well, of course.
I heard
He's
that
here for the
Liyue
drinking.
will be hosting a Lantern Rite music festival this year. As a musician myself, how could I possibly resist the temptation to come take a
There's
look?
no way he could,
Or
right?
listen. Getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration, don't you think?
Huh. But the musical festival wasn't planned beforehand. Don't tell him that. We all know he was here for the drinking. He just loves to drink.
As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw him near Stone Gate the other day. The Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully for once, so I had to congratulate him.
Thank you. He must feel very grateful.
Don't think anything of it. By the way, I was watching as you entered Shinyue Kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me.
Oh.
Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored the sound of the wind?
Whenever Lantern Rite comes around, Liyue Harbor becomes bustling with activity.
I love it how Zhongli expertly avoids the topic. Just perfect. If it was only for drinking, he would have stayed in Mondstadt. Not necessarily. Hold on a second. Alright. Do you know how... The smug faces we saw, yeah. Do you know how long this will be going on? Because I will have to get something from the basement. So if this takes longer, I will go now. Or if this is over rather soon, I will be doing it later. And end the stream rather soon. Would be nice if you could quick answer. Maybe half an hour maximum? Well, that's a bit too long. I guess I will be right back in 2 or 3 minutes. All right, I have returned. Why are more people here when I leave than when I'm here streaming? Come on, guys. Why are you doing this to me? That's rude. Wow.
People are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just go travel somewhere on a whim. It is rather difficult to predict another's whereabouts.
Yeah, it really has been. I always remember the name Cookie, but you are not Cookie. This is your partner. Lealus, that's what it was. We Waben, sure. Well, I enjoy taking it slow when I see it first time. True. We're gonna finish in 10 minutes with your speed. Oh, okay.
The festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly.
Wow.
And we're all gathered here with friends, new and old. This is no doubt a wonderful occasion worth celebrating.
Good job, thank you.
To come together with all of you at the beginning of the year, one can't help but be filled with joy.
Why does he look so angry?
In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case, tea in lieu of wine.
What?
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. That was exactly what I wanted to say. Now I'm getting a little self-conscious. I didn't cause you too much trouble barging in like that, did I?
No.
We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in
Well, are you
Mondstadt,
drinking
but since
healthy
Mr.
water?
Zhongli insists on drinking
almost
tea,
empty.
I'll give a toast with tea too. Everyone, thanks for the treat.
You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, I hope everyone enjoys the food and drinks. May this year be better than the last.
Wow, I'm surprised that he actually went with the tea, not with the wine. That's gotta say something, doesn't it? Jesus.
Considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later, sticking to tea seems like a good idea.
It looked like a dishwashing liquid bottle. No, it's a pet bottle, so one-way bottle. Technically, you could reuse it, but no. Could you readjust yourself, please, camera? Would be excellent if you did. Hold on a second. Can I, like, readjust it? I am a beacon of hope, I guess. Come on, stupid camera. No, I didn't mean to make it brighter. Ghost! Yeah, I'm trying to get back to life, I guess. I just can't figure it out correctly. It's really, really annoying. Like so? I guess that's better. Why did... Oh. Okay. Sure. That works. Not as bright anymore. Just keeps on looking awful, doesn't it? Sure. Maybe you need a new camera. No, it's actually a fairly recent one, and actually a good one. It's just that the lighting is really bad. It's now okay-ish.
What's with the urgency?
It's the correct term. What do we say? Are we done eating? Want to head out for a walk? I ate too much. Could you come take a walk with me?
Sure.
Have you two finished eating? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after a meal. Helps with digestion.
Background. What is this?
Paimon will come too.
Sharpness. There's literally no difference. I'm a ghost now officially. And now I'm too colorful. I'm not happy with the... Messing with the camera settings is amazing. Does it look good? Not necessarily, but I guess we'll have to live with it.
Yeah?
Don't worry, we'll be back soon.
Okay then. Don't forget to come back.
I think I made it worse again. Sure.
A blade embraces
I was
its
just
duty.
teasing before. Damn it. So, what do I have
Seems
to
like our new
discuss?
friend is an expert in wine.
I deserve no such praise. I only drink for fun. It's nothing compared to your expertise. I'm glad we're only having tea today. What if I got drunk and said something nonsensical? I'd sure...
No such thing. I wouldn't dare disrespect the director's guest.
The taunts that they throw at each other, it's amazing.
Leave Paimon here alone. To be honest, Paimon's worried about saying the wrong thing.
Ah, you're fine.
Did you talk about anything interesting before we started the meal? Anything fun I missed out on?
Oh, we were talking about cooking. Mr. Zhongli told us that he went on a trip to Qiaoyang Village the other day and got a hold of some uncommon ingredients. Tea seed oil and sesame oil. He suggested I try using those in my new dishes.
Oh, no wonder he left his post for so long that day. Those ingredients would be difficult for anyone else to find.
Can you please adjust this now?
I guess I'll need his help next time as well.
About you and Venti. Could he be a partner in your family business?
That's right. You know how my
Figure
family
this out
is.
properly
A
now.
lot of business secrets can't just be divulged at the dinner table.
Ah, just as I thought.
I'm not happy. Really, I'm not. Yeah, I'm like trying to fix it. Trying to see how it's getting better, but it's not really going anyway. Guess I have to get some oversaturation in. My forehead is like shining bright. So there's this light here, which is a bit too bright. Let's maybe adjust that. I still look fucking too bright. I can't get it right. 69%.
So this
lighting.
is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm
Not
learning
happy.
more about you all the time.
Really gotta improve on that one. Alright, shall
Let's
go.
depart. You go.
Why is it empty over here? Jesus. Oh, it's fine, I don't mind. Okay.
Are you alright?
I should be the one asking you that.
It's hard to describe.
I'm familiar with gatherings like
It's
this.
not that. There were
Oh, yeah?
those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. Sometimes
Oh, yeah.
they would call up a few others for a drink. Even I got dragged along to their gatherings many times.
Where
the
are
Adepti
those
all
who
have
share
their
their
specialties,
memory, huh?
making most of them proud
Adeptus
and
wine,
arrogant.
osmanthus
Everything
wine?
they say is straight from the heart. It never gets too complicated. But this
I'm
time,
also watching on my phone, lol. Nice. You're watching it twice. But this time... no. it's Venti's
No,
fault.
no. I didn't mean that.
Oh, yeah?
So you know his true identity. I'll get straight to the point then. The Animo Archon is a free spirit.
Uh-huh.
And his temperament is as carefree as the music he plays on the flute. It's easy for a god like
It's not a
him to live in
flute,
harmony
is
with
it? It's a
humans,
harp.
And that's something I might never be able to do.
You don't have to be like them. You do you.
That does sound like something you would say. No matter. I know my circumstances.
Feels like something's weird with the microphone he used.
Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels strangely novel.
Strange in a good way?
Yes. The parlor director went out of her way with the invitation, so it was difficult to turn her down.
You can't.
I had made mental preparations before agreeing to come. She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with elemental power, and I knew that you would be here. But I didn't expect the other guests to be...
No one would have guessed.
General Capisis always said that we should live in the present and enjoy every pleasant surprise. Perhaps that's what I should do with what I'm feeling now.
iPad and phone at the same time. Wow, no PC.
But I think
wow.
he meant designing clothes for those around him. The clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Brother Bosacius never tried to hide his distaste in front of him. Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. The outfit he wears now was also designed by General Capisis himself.
Interesting.
I never saw him wear
Wouldn't
this
have
during the
guessed
war.
that.
I didn't expect him to start wearing it later.
Oh, here you are.
Hello.
I'm not intruding, right?
No, you're fine. You'd
You're
never.
not. What is it?
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done eating and asked the staff to bring out the desserts.
Ooh, what might it be?
Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and munching.
Wow, that's unusual. She really must be... She really doesn't know how to go on. But not so anxious that she can't eat. Sounds like she'll be okay.
To be honest, I was kind of worried too.
Why though?
You looked a little restless just now, and I thought you weren't used to the food here and was planning to head back to Wangshu Inn for something Yanxiao made.
You're worrying too much.
No, don't pull any Lemonescent wind cycling on us.
Why would I? Anyway, let's head back.
Agreed.
Please wait.
Alright. I
There's
still don't
another
understand the
reason why I
purpose of
came
the
looking
meeting.
for you.
Who knows? Just having a nice
Here,
time.
Take these. I brought them for you.
Almond tofu?
Yup. Since the Masterful Chef's competition, you could say that Yanxiao and I are not only competitors, but good friends as well. I visit him at Wangshu Inn sometimes to discuss our cooking. I heard him say that the
He'd
esteemed
really be
guest on
busy.
the roof loves nothing more than a good plate of almond tofu, so I learned a thing or two about the dish from him. I'll be honest.
This
before
made me
Hu
really
Tao
like
invited everyone,
Shanling.
she
I guess
secretly
so.
came looking for me.
As
told
a
me
Xiao
about the
lover
guests she
and
planned to
she
invite,
herself being
and
so
asked me
kind,
for
I
some
can definitely see that
suggestions on what
happening.
she should order. So I made a few servings of almond tofu for you guys in advance. Take them as a token of gratitude for your support. When I told Guoba that I was making these for you, he started eagerly running around the kitchen and helping a lot too.
Nice. Thank you, Shanling and Goba. Even though Goba is not here.
Thank you for the trouble. There was no need to... I'll take them. Thank you. And Guoba too.
You're welcome. Oh, the almond tofu I made probably tastes and feels a little different from the type Yanxiao cooks. Please let me know if there's any improvements I should make.
Nah.
Okay.
When you see this smile, this fine.
That's all. Alrighty, we should head back now. We can't keep Paimon waiting.
No, we can. She's fine with a little bit on her own. I would assume so.
You're finally done whispering secrets to each other?
Yes.
So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon.
We were pretty quick. You're only angry because you have no sense of time.
How could you say that to Paimon?
That is true, though,
In
as
that
the god of
case,
time,
besides
maybe.
having no sense of time, Paimon will let you know what having no sense of fullness looks like. Your dessert is all Paimon's.
Sorry
Okay.
to keep everyone waiting.
No worries, we're
Ignored.
all just chatting here. There's no serious business to take care of. Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
We have to be more like Hutao Paimon.
Paimon's too busy eating to talk to you.
But even though we're all well acquainted by now, I think this festive gathering deserves something ceremonious.
Oh?
Okay.
Is this some local custom?
Nope.
Nope.
This is something I made up so that good luck will be on our side, that's all. Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. Let's use this incense burner on the table. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. I'll leave refilling and lighting the incense to the most distinguished guest among us all.
Oh,
Lighting
yeah?
the incense will signify continuous growth and prosperity in all our endeavors in the new year.
I see. Perfect symbolism, as expected of Hutao. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhongli. I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds.
What
but
an
chatting
awful
with him has
lie.
been a
A
real
blatant
eye-opener,
lie.
even for a bard who has traveled all across the world. If knowledge were a form of power, one could even say that you're a wielder of unlimited strength.
But when it comes to having a way with words, the notable bard is certainly one cut above the rest. I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled talent. I am truly impressed. Since we all get to nominate someone... I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the incense.
One of the best parts of the story. Yep.
That won't do. Don't flatter me just because I'm your boss. We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. As the host, I shouldn't be involved in this discussion at all. Now that we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies, how about we let our one and only chef here do the honors?
It's so innocent.
Is this really the way this works? I didn't cook any of these dishes.
It's not a big deal. Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an Adeptus, the Stove God's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef's competition. The only heir of the famous One Mean restaurant. A good old friend of mine. There's no better choice.
Why does Paimon feel like we're back at square one again?
Just keep on clapping.
You're making me embarrassed.
Just keep on clapping. It's
we're
always
looking
works.
for a distinguished
Right?
guest, surely the second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild counts. It's one of the largest commerce
Oh,
guilds
God.
in Liyue Harbor.
Huh? Don't get me involved in this.
Oh, not a bad choice. With the Commerce Guild's young master lighting the incense, we're all sure to make a huge sum of mora in the new year.
That's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish, but it's of lesser importance than good health and happiness. Which means we should choose Chongyun, the skilled exorcist who keeps everyone's home safe from evil
Go for it, Venti. Go for it.
Huh? Now you're nominating me? I can't be the one when we have the Conqueror
No
of
clapping for
Demons
him?
right here.
Jeez.
Adeptus Xiao has the most seniority among everyone here today. We should...
I refuse. I am most certainly not the most distinguished guest here.
Is he going to say it's Zhongli?
You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observations.
Wait,
One
don't.
person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Hmm? Oh, the face was brilliant.
Paimon, you're still pretty popular with other people. No, wait! Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again.
I'm not the only one well-connected person here, though.
Who else is there?
Well, take a look in the mirror.
Huh? Huh? Does that mean
There's no one want to light the incense. I have no clue.
guest? Oh, well, that was unexpected!
I agree.
So happy.
Paimon's just the one we need. Without a friend constantly by your side, a long journey would become dreadfully lonesome. But once you have someone there to brighten up the atmosphere, everything along the way will become lively and vibrant too.
Ah. The traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But without Paimon, they would have become quite monotonous. Paimon plays an indispensable role in making your journey a happy and smooth one.
You guys!
Jesus.
Paimon's not used to being praised like that.
These lore bombshells being thrown out like it's nothing. Wow. Just saying, it's wow.
Those were genuine compliments, right?
Of course! You're the best traveler companion ever.
Thank you.
Had my fingers crossed the whole time.
You made Paimon wait for a long time, but Paimon's not mad anymore.
He's just like, stop being mad or I'll be mad with you.
Don't take everything to heart, Paimon. Friends tease each other all the time.
That is indeed true.
Yep.
That means Paimon is as important to the traveler as Guoba is to me. Looks like we've come to an agreement. Any objections before we proceed?
I trust the traveler's judgment.
Then Paimon it is. And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend, Paimon, will be refilling and lighting the incense for us.
Now what does this signify? She guarantees our prosperity? She will lead us to new fortunes? She is definitely a Seelie. How many bombshells today?
Here you go. Take the match and don't burn yourself. But if things go really wrong, here's the 2-for-1 coupon.
Oh wow, that statement as well. So if she dies, we die as well. Same goes the other way around. Wow, these bombshells. Oh lord. Holy smokes, but just being dropped casually like... There we go. Jeez. Paimon is the symbol of the game. She is indeed a very
Getting
important
late.
character in the game. Yep.
I won't take up any more of your time. You're all free to go as you please.
The food and desserts were delicious. Thank you for the treat, director.
The tea was amazing, too.
You don't have to go all polite on me. Just remember to come when I invite you next time. Let's see. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Changyun back home. As for the
they
rest
live
of
all
the
in the
guests,
same area?
I'll
Okay.
leave them to our consultant.
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. There's no need to trouble one such as Mr. Zhongli.
Oh,
I
yeah?
think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime.
I will.
It was great getting to know you all. Let's meet again when the spring breeze begins to blow.
Bye.
Well said.
We should write poetry together sometime.
What is there anything she can't do? Jesus.
We'll catch
Those
you all
going
later
with her
then.
best combo team, yeah.
Don't forget to return to the parlor later. There's something I need you to do.
Understood. See you later.
Bye.
Well then.
Rex Lapis.
Just Zhongli will do. I live as a mortal in Liu Harbor now. I am just one among many who begin work at sunrise and retire to rest at sundown. If we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli, I should be respectfully referring to you as Adeptus Shao.
Heaven forbid.
Let's stop teasing him for now.
I meant what I said.
I
heard
know,
that
it's
during the
pissing me
Lantern
off.
Rite Music Festival, you conferred with Streetward Rambler and Cloud Retainer. I take it as you've gained a lot more knowledge about the past? The
Sure.
same truth will sound different coming from different people. As more bear witness to a story, feelings and interpretations expand in variety too. I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Soraya, and learned a few things about her research topic. From the
I don't
evidence she found
remember
and the
quite who it
conclusion she
was.
made, her area of research is already very close to the truth. But there are multiple sides to humans and gods alike. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant and condescending, while others were kind and capable. But whether to me, Streetwood Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger Adepti such as Shao and Ganyu, those Adepti and gods that may seem extraordinary to humans are something more akin to close companions. This was as
Yep, we
true
did,
back then
Soraya
as it
quest.
is right
Oh,
now.
okay.
Just how Shao may seem unapproachable to most, but the Traveler has proved otherwise.
Ta-da!
So there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
I mean, Zhongli, what you're saying is...
It looks like you understood what I meant. Ah. The director asked me to accompany you on your return, but I don't think you'll need my protection. I'll be taking a walk around and admiring the night scenery. After that,
Find her in Wangshu
it'll be time for
near
me
the
to go
teleport
back and meet
waypoint,
up with the
once you
director.
finish all her quests. Okay.
Goodbye for now.
Bye, Zhongli. Everyone's gone now. Paimon always feels a little empty inside when a lively celebration ends. But at least you always stay by Paimon's side. No. Paimon got it mixed up. Paimon, the best and most distinguished travel guide, will always stay by your side, traveler.
Like, hold up. Wait a minute. All these red flags are like, Jesus. Always be together. And like, blah, blah, blah. Not leaving your side. And so on. Why does she want to place all these red flags? Jesus Christ. I'm afraid there will be a lot to ask of you in the future too. Most distinguished Paimon. Certainly.
Good that you're aware of that. Shell, is there anything else you want to do? We could take you on a tour of Liyue Harbor.
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The city lights are a fine sight, but it's time for me to leave. The events of today occurred so abruptly. I appreciate your kindness.
The feeling's mutual. You don't have to thank me every time.
Okay. I'll see you next time then.
Look like red flags to me is just a journey we are on after all. It makes sense to want to stay on each other's side. Well, maybe. Man, when she say it like that, it feels like the traveler is gonna have a flashback remembering everything she said about not leaving him. Yep. Is it done? There's another part. No, it's complete. I've done everything now. Way sweet. Woo! I have nothing left to do, right? Way! How much longer would I have had? Just about one day. Okay. Festival anecdotes, all done. And over here, that is done. That is done. That is done. Oh. Yeah, I have done it all. Good. Yay! God, I'm kind of tired now. The stream has been going for 3 hours. I had intended this to go like for an hour or so. And now there's that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, or you need to finish the events tasks. Yeah, no, we did those. We did those Last stream, that was like 40 minutes or something. It wasn't that bad. The one that is disliked the most was the one with the boat, which I kind of didn't like. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me today. I will see if I'm live tomorrow or not, because today, tomorrow I will be visiting my family and will be checking out what we'll be doing next week about various things. Alright, people, thank you very much for watching. It has been a great stream and much longer than I had anticipated. But I enjoyed it.
A blade embraces its duty.
I will be
as a
starting
jeweler cherishes their
another
gems.
giveaway soon, so keep an eye out for that one specifically. It will probably go for another week or something like that. Anyways, thank you very much for watching.
A blade is like a
I'll be
tea
working
leaf.
on my teapot soon.
Only
so look
those
forward
who
to it.
sample
Yes,
it
I
many
shall.
times can appreciate
Alright,
its
that
true
has been
qualities.
it. I hope you liked it, and I will be seeing you again next time. Bye bye!